Hello? Okay, well, we're live. It is me, Grace, and Alan. We started just a smiggle later than I meant to. We were on the starting soon TM for a minute there. Um, it would seem that once again, the software I use for getting the chat to appear on screen is borked. Last time I futzed with it for 15 minutes and then it fixed itself. So this time we're just going to assume it'll fix itself. Um, so we're probably just not going to have chat on screen for a second. If it doesn't fix itself, we'll... says you put New Game Plus on these to not only differentiate from yourself, but different question for random new viewers, assuming they read the title. Lala, you're so smart. I wonder if I'm allowed to do that once the stream's going. How do I... Lala, how do I edit things on YouTube? Also, hi Lala, hi Hatoon. How are you all? There's gotta be a way to edit that, right? How? Wait a minute, of course. If I can edit the title and description. Oh my gosh. Where would that make sense? At the end, I guess? Aha. Wait, no, it didn't save. Ah, why would it? Ooh. Gonna fight. Yes, I've done it. Nobody could possibly misunderstand what this is about now. Lala says hello. I okay if it would only be changed before or after. I think I changed it during. Lala says success, always. Well, I don't know if you realize this, but you can't actually spell Grace and Allen with anything except W's. So we're golden. How do I? Oh, well, there it is. Oops, that's probably fine. Yeah. Anyway, so I refresh and see how it. Now, so good job. Tune says "wat." Anyway, good job, Hatun. You can also spell "wat" with at least one W, so you're catching on. How? Let's see. I guess we'll just go ahead. We'll just move over to gameplay here. We're playing Silent Hill 2 Remake for those who didn't know, in case it was a secret to everyone. But yeah, so here's the deal. As I mentioned before, chat is still temporarily broken. We are hoping that it will fix itself. Quite frankly, I'm not sure what else to do, because last time I stressed about it, it ended up fixing itself. So I don't know if I want to try to spend time freaking out about it if it's just going to end up being fine anyway, you know? Because as far as I can tell, it should be fine. It's just like not... So it is detecting. Like, it knows that I'm live right now. That's what's funny. Because, like, I try to, like, refresh the sources. I was like, but you're already connected to this stream. Are you sure you want to change? I was like, well, it didn't detect it if it's there. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, and I also have this button, like, inside the software. Like, I can open up... Like, I can pop out the YouTube chat from the software, and it'll pop out y'all talking. So, like, it knows it's there. It's just not combining it and then putting it on the screen like it ought to have. I think it goes over here usually. If my mouse appears on stream, I don't know if it does. Anyway, how's everyone's weekend going? I'm so good. I am happy. I am doing great. Why is beta active? Is maybe the active beta what's ruining my life? We'll never know. I don't dare touch anything now because, like, what if I do break it? You know? What if I don't, though? Clear cache and storage. Bold. That would be bold of me. I'm just gonna just not do anything with that. Lala says I had a very busy day. I wasn't home from like 9:30 to 10 p.m. 10 p.m. What time is it where you are right now, Lala? Are you a time traveler? That's crazy. I think yesterday. Okay. Fair. Tough but fair. Okay. I see now. I realize I said I was not going to care about this and I would just let it be what it is. And instead of doing that, I'm just stressing out about it instead. It doesn't mean that I'm a liar. It means that I'm a failure at what I promised to do. Anyway, I guess we can go ahead and get into the game. Let's get scared by things and stuff. Let's see, I got my spooky lights down. We're here, we're golden. The scariest part, there's a woman here. Gall. Every man's greatest fear, to be relentlessly pursued by an attractive female. Where were we going? We had a key. A key. The key is for a key. That's Spanish. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm pretty good at speaking Españolo.
Yay!
Thanks, Maria.
Where to now?
Just down this way.
How's the audio and video looking for people, by the way? Everything golden? There's a block. That's what I was stuck on. Okay. Camera. Well, this seems okay so far. A rousing vote of confidence from head moderator Lala. By the way, Lala, I decided to give you a promotion, now head moderator. That comes with no additional benefits, but now you're obligated to work overtime if somebody else calls in sick. So congrats. I'm sure it'll look real good on your resume. And thank you for all that you do. I don't want to go into the spooky door. Where the heck am I? Where? How do I... That's a gun. That's a map. Okay. So I could go and... Oh, the Baldwin Mansion's over here. That... Because I think I remember she actually said something about this place. Yeah, she, like, doesn't, like, want to come back over here. White Chrism. Yeah, this is the stuff that she has to, like...
Liquid. What is that?
I collected it? That was not there before. That's gotta be a New Game Plus item. It's so crazy, like, and it's like a one-to-one recreation of, like, what the outside of it looks. I know, because we just barely did this. That was a very cool DLC. I liked it. Why do I have white chism? Hello?
Is everything all right?
Yeah, it's just... This place just gives me the creeps. I'm not sure why.
You ever been inside?
I'm not sure. It does feel familiar somehow. Like a bad memory.
Yeah,
It's nothing, really.
it was a pretty good DLC. I kind of wish they would... I mean... One of the things, like, it'd be cool if they created the DLC, like... it's one of those things where like it isn't is like it is. Well, it's not. It wouldn't be like a ton of work because really the only new environment was the inside of the mansion. But I recognize that in itself is a lot of work. And for the size, like even if they expanded the DLC, it's like it's not such a meaty DLC they could really be. At least people wouldn't really buy it for more than like, I don't know, $10 probably, unless they like really beefed it up with new stuff. But it'd be kind of cool to see that all remade and fancy with our Maria here, you know. Lala says, "Gee, thanks." Yeah, I think that's for a New Game Plus ending. Gotcha. Yeah, Lala, don't worry. I'm looking out for you. If Hatoon starts pulling some weight around here, maybe Hatoon can get a promotion. That's up to Hatoon.
So.
For the next annual review. Mm-hmm.
3 years. That's a long time. What will you tell her when you find her?
That I love her.
Oh, then. Lucky her.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Like I said, 3 years is a long time.
It is. Be jealous. There's a door with a dog number on it. That means there's dog secrets. Dog secrets? Dog secrets. Broken key part. Well, that's not exactly. But we got dog secrets. I assume that if we get all the parts, we unlock a good boy. That'd be real exciting. How do I? Okay. Part of a broken key. The shape seems rather odd. Okay, that's not what I meant to do. And then I closes the menu completely. Cool. Glass bottle containing milky white anointing oil. Feels as if it does not belong here. Smells of blood. I've got all these like weird items. Can I combine this? I've got a dog key. Maria, praise me. Say nice things. Well, it says just do a free update. Fantasy Life has done a bunch of free DLC that's added a lot since it came out. And yes, I realize Fantasy Life and Silent Hill are very different games, but will just be a nice developer. It would be cool. Like I feel considering they made like, so I think like I don't know how many copies Silent Hill 2 Remake sold, but I know Silent Hill F sold like 1 million copies. So like I feel like they'd have some extra funds. But I guess Bloober Team also just immediately went on to making their own other games, so they didn't, I don't know, have time, I guess. Hatoon says, give me money and I'll think about it. I don't think it's... Hatoon, you've clearly never looked up, like, how to get a pay raise, or, like, how to do job interviews. Because the attitude, when you come up to your boss, is not like... I deserve a raise, give me more money. You're supposed to come up to me, hat in hand, and pensively say, excuse me, sir, what can I do that would please you in order to increase my meager payments? My tiny stipend. Give me my money. See, Lala. That's not very... That's not correct either. I'm gonna start offering training for those who want to give me money. I'll teach you how to be nicer to me. that'll be my online course. How to be nicer to Gray. I'll sell it for $100, and you'll learn what makes me happy. The first thing that makes me happy, giving me $100. Let's see here. Whoa, I did... Wait, no, I'm going backwards. Wait, how did I... There's the mansion. Maria. You're supposed to tell me where I'm going. How the what? Isn't this way also dead? Yeah, this way's a dead end too. Wait, how do I... Wait, what? Maria. Stop playing with me. What happened? can't have dead ends in every direction. Can I? Wait, no, I didn't go... Wait, how did I... Didn't I... I thought I... Did I not? I thought I went all the way down here. Did I imagine it? Oh no. If that's not real, is anything real? Is Maria real? Maria, you tell me if you're some kind of, like, tulpa or something of my mind. Created to torment me by looking like my dead wife that I definitely lost to a disease 3 years ago. You tell me that was the case, right? I don't know what I'm looking for. I need to get into there because that's got my pipe. I want a pipe. Can't be a man without a good pipe. You know? Ooh. Cutscenes.
Strange. This should not be here.
Yeah, what makes you say that?
Oh, it is. So, what now?
Now we look for another way.
Enlightening. Yeah, I hate that.
Come on.
I just looked over there. Whoa, bugger. Oh, now you have the muscle of desperation. No, he gets rid of his pipe, or his stick. I don't know if I ever realized that he actually gets rid of the plank in that moment. So it's not that we get another melee, since we still only have the one.
Stay close.
We still only have the one. Ow! You can... No, you... But Maria, watch out! They vomit real far. I can't believe they could do that to me. That thing that they've always been able to do. There was definitely... Oh, there's a things. Oh, there's... I missed! James, just stop getting killed by everything. Get dead. No, please, Maria, take the hit. Okay, thank you. I did not just hide behind a grill. That would be unmanly. That's what you think you saw. You saw it wrong. Don't look. Don't rewind. Get sawed. So, Maria, you come this way often? Oh, it is windy. I hate station wagons. Almost as much as I hate violence. Ooh. Ah! Maria, watch out! Maria, when I say watch out, I don't mean run into the bomb. This is when the music kicks in, the action game sound gets a smidge loud. I can adjust that. There. Let me know if that's still a little too loud. Yeah, I see what you mean though. Like, it was like peeking into the yellow. In fact, I might even turn down just a smidge more. Okay. let me know how that sounds. I turned the game down a bittle. I don't want to go in there. Maria, you go that way. I'll go this other way. It's like action scenes in movies. No, it really is. It's like, even like the dialogue was like really quiet there for a little bit. Oh, it was Maria. I'm so sorry. I think I chopped off your foot. Get the heck over here. I'm nearly positive I chainsawed Maria's ankle. Hopefully I can't hurt her. I think somebody mentioned that if she gets hurt too much, that could affect the endings I can get. Which that could be a problem. I'm gonna chainsaw you. Yeah, that's what you thought you'd do, but now you're dead again. Also, how'd you crawl through that window? Why can't I get through the impassable blinds? Ridiculous. Boy, howdy. Oh, there's a lot of yous. I chainsaw you, though. Ow! Yarr. There we go. The rate at which I'm using heals to finding heals right now is not optimal. Why won't you spit? Why? It's because I got impatient, I guess. But he was about to vom on Maria. He was waiting for his chance to vom her. I can't have this. Boy, it is windy. Okay, so I could go into that. I don't really want to, but I probably am going to have to at some point. Die, monster. Trying to be... Who's making ominous sounds? Stop. I'm busy. Oh, isn't this the... Ah! I don't even know where that was. It was just suddenly in the doorway. Isn't this where I... Yeah, this is the other way I could have gone. Are you telling me that guy was just sitting there waiting for his chance? What an a-hole. Machine shop, you say? Alright. Bunch of rude monsters. So there's a door ajar that way. I was trying to make sure I don't miss anything. This is like a fairly sizable area. I don't feel like I explored it very well at all last time I came through. I think I was panicking. So I think instead of fighting stuff, I was just trying to run for my life. I knew it! Well, hold on. Who else is here? Get chainsawed! More chainsaw cream. Okay. Sorry I had to see that, Maria. There's so many sounds going on. Ah! No, 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 no. You get back. Oh, you get back over here. Like, there's so much sounds from all the wind happening that I can't tell, like, what's just, like, stuff blowing around, what's actually a threat. Case in point, that thing that just came... I hear the sound of a threat. Oh, you're under the little table. Oh, get back here. Oh, there's two of you. Get the... Oh, I knew it! You get glitched into that wall. And you think about what you did. Just in case. I see you're under there. Get out of there. Alright, well... So far, all this extra exploring has done nothing but cost me health. So... Not poggers. I'm gonna be pretty honest here, not poggers. I've gained a little bit of ammo, I've gotten no extra health for all this work. So, overall opinion at this point, maybe not worth. If I have to do like a new game plus, this area is not worth it. Would not recommend 0 stars. I don't know if I want to... I guess I'll move this. I think the other option is to go through that door where I'll get attacked by a mannequin, probably. I like to think that's how I charge up the chainsaw with fresh gas. Well, it says, yeah, I was telling you to run because you don't get XP for killing enemies, you just lose health potions, or health drinks with first aid, whatever. The sweet irony of you saying that without reading my messages. Lala, I always pay attention to you and all the advice you give. Don't even worry. I would never not. There's a thing in here. There's a thing. Ah! Where did you come from, Maria? I could have chainsawed you. Fetch. Ah! Why did you, from here, what the?
Over there.
Look, Maria, I don't want to hear any advice from you right now. Oh, she's gonna die. Oh, she's actually gonna die. Wait, hold on.
Through the fence.
Ah! Well, we both missed. Stupid mannequins. Oh my gosh, it is so... Oh, the sounds! Maria! We gotta go through that fence. Anyway, how's everyone doing? I mean, the fog died down, however that works. Oh, this is where we find out that she's got a key hidden somewhere for the store. Why does she look at him like he's the one that's gonna have a key for this place? I like that little subtle nod that there's like a butterfly sticker on the door that kind of matches her butterfly tattoo. Also playing Skyrim, but on my husband's profile. Lala. Uh-oh. There's somebody spammering over on Twitch. It's rude of them. Chat's still borked, huh? It's not actually showing up on screen ever, is it? That's, that figures, because okay, hold on. I'm gonna... Odd key, no idea where to use it. Well, this is nope. I am going to try... Where is my mouse? Mouse? Mouse. Oh! Mouse! You've betrayed me again! There. I fixed it. I'm gonna try and refresh this again real quick. Because, boy, I would... do I... What happens if I... Oh my gosh, I think that might have fixed it. Guys, I don't want to alarm you, but you might be watching the smartest streamer that's ever gone live on YouTube. So, like, you know, you're welcome. I'm pretty sure I fixed it with my brain. As you can see, by the way, chat still isn't appearing on the... Oh my gosh, I'm gonna rage against every machine. Why? So Video Ninja says Video Ninja's working. So that's pretty cool of them. Toon says, ha ha, who lied to you? No one lied to me. Everyone knows it. I'm the best. I am stressing out because everything that I want is being collapsed around my ears. Who's done this to me? So what does it mean if it's working but it's not working? What's the... Well, it says everything you touch turns to ash. No. I watched Pokemon movie 2000. When the world turns to ash, it's because I'm actually the hero who's going to save everything. Nice try. Also, I realized that was a hell of a reach to pull out of nowhere. But anytime I hear everything turns to... When I hear the phrase turns to ash, that's immediately what comes to mind. I just... Guys, I don't know, maybe now that it's actually, maybe it'll actually kind of start, it'll actually like reboot and start connecting soon now. I don't know. Let me actually, what if I send a message over on Twitchels? Ah! It's working! Ah! Incredible! Okay, so that means that YouTube will eventually work. It's just going to take a while. There is a bad joke on screen. Yeah, that's Video Ninja testing to make sure that Video Ninja's connected, and it is. So I think YouTube will eventually work. Hopefully. If it doesn't, then... Huh? Spookily dookily. Okay. Why is this the darkest and scariest place we've been to so far? Because I don't have my flashlight on! Guys, you know there's a flashlight in this game? Oh, that does not improve it, actually. God, flashlights are crazy. Honestly, in the horror game meta, flashlights are broken. Make everything less scary immediately. Rawr! Ovens! My company had to go out to a deli the other day to fix their commercial rotisserie chicken oven. It looked exactly like this thing. So that means that this nightclub is making oodles of rotisserie chicken, probably. And I guess if it's Hooters like, that might not be too far off. Ah! In order to hide your... Oh, I got a photo ready to kill it. 12, huh? Of course there'd be ammo in the back room. Honestly, if I were to believe, like, the idea of, like, any random part of America being heavily armed, it would be the back end of a strip club. Like, if... Oh. Like, if there's any group of people that are going to be absolutely ready for anything.
Hello?
Smartest streamer. Look. I am so smart that I don't even know how smart I am. Unless I saw a bad joke the other day. It said, I drove past Legoland the other day. People were lined up for blocks. That's pretty good. Locker. Locker. Ammo. I've done it. Oh, we got Galaga in here. Defenders Horizon. And Trample. They got Trample? Hell yeah. I want to play Trample. Where's the power, Maria? Forget sexy time. We got video games to play. Ooh, I'll take that. Ah. For those who want a private booth. Of course, Gray likes that joke. It was a funny joke. You clearly don't line up for blocks where you live. Gasp.
Maria?
Again, the moments like this that the remake adds, like, really just add a lot, I think.
What?
Like, it's a little silly.
Come on, don't give me that look. I was just kidding.
What is this? Is this the special place you met?
For couples
Don't
only.
be silly. Just have to go through and out the front.
Actually. Is that
Then
like
again,
a brilliant move?
Now
To
that
take
we're
your
here,
date to a strip club?
Can't we stay?
Hmm.
Just for a little while. Catch our breath before we head back out there.
I don't have time to take a break. Mary could be out there, waiting for me.
I know. It's just... this place, this whole thing, it's like a nightmare. I just wanted to get away from it, even for a second. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Isn't the bar
Sorry,
from Final Fantasy VII called Heaven's Night? Like the one that Tifa works at the beginning of the game?
I guess this place is getting to me, too.
It's definitely like Heaven's something, isn't it? Can't remember.
Am I crazy?
Yes. 100%,
You know,
James.
Thinking she could be here?
Crazy is one word for it, I guess.
The absolute irony, like, of all the people James asks that to,
I can think of another.
it's Maria. Like, Maria, do you think I'm crazy?
What's that?
Maria smiling, knowing the answer for a certainty.
Hopeful.
Well, That's a nicer way of putting it.
Here.
What are you doing?
Something to take the edge off.
Ooh. Must be Jack Daniels. Takes the edge off. Lawless says Seventh Heaven. I'll believe that. Platoon says Seventh Heaven, though, so I don't want to believe that. That date only works if both people are okay with it, says a tune. James said he's a depraved individual.
Fine. Be that way. Here's to hope, undying.
Well, like, it's things like this that the remake adds that
We should probably get
are
going.
really, like, I think all the little extra things they do for characterizing everybody is really well done. It really, like, adds to the world. Just these little
Ready
moments
when
like
you
this. And there's also that little moment there of, like James looking at the glass, like he wants to drink it, but he's, like, resisting. I feel like I read somewhere there was, like, a fan theory that maybe James is, like, a recovering alcoholic. And maybe that had something to do with, on top, like, I mean, maybe, like, that could be, like, adding maybe too many wrinkles to the overall story, but... Lost and found. Can I say that I found those? Fine. Anything else worth stealing? Can I investigate this? Fifth River. I'm pretty sure that's a reference to, like, the Lotus... The island of the Lotus Eaters from Greek mythology. There's, like, this, like, incredible beverage that they made that would make you sleep forever. No. Asking fair questions, I think. It is all legs and boobs and lip, which, based on the monsters you come across, those are James's top favorite 3 parts, so I think we're onto something here. Ooh. Maria, I found a costume. Why don't you make a joke about putting this one on? Crazy figment. Can I turn on the Galaga? Look, I just need a minute for myself. Play video games. Ooh. I keep forgetting this game has a quick turn, and I should really use that more. Anyway, I guess we're done playing at the strip club.
Let me know when you want to move on.
Let's go.
All right, then. Come on.
Oh yeah, I saw somebody... I think I saw... What the hell was that? What was that movement, Maria? What are you... What is happening? I think I saw somewhere, like, that says kiss right there, but it also says, like, sick in the reflection. Which is, like, really clever symbolism.
We could come back later if you want. You know, in case we need a break.
I'm not sure if that's a good idea.
Whatever you say. I mean, any port in storm.
I guess so.
It is really interesting how that place is, like, so devoid of monsters compared to everything else. I'm not sure what that means psychologically, that for James's port in the storm, so to speak, is a strip club. Actually, that tracks in a lot of ways. I bet... Oh, there's another video game. I mean, it seems extremely likely, to the point of an almost certainty, that James was probably frequenting some kind of a club as Mary was dying in the hospital. Like, I feel like there's a very... Maybe that's, like, what that whole, like, weird reaction he has inside. I was like... Because he has, like, this, like, weird reaction of almost being, like, guilty that he's there. And it would kind of make sense if maybe he was kind of, like, having memories of, you know, maybe being somewhere he ought not, while his wife was not doing well. Is James gonna put it on? Says lol. Oh, the nurse cost. Oh, can you imagine? We get a sexy James nurse. Hell yeah. He just wants a sexy lady. Is that so bad? If besides, you know, the whole rest of it losses level. I mean, that's kind of the thing. Is like, I mean, that's certainly something that can be discussed between couples in a relationship about like what is and isn't okay. But I suspect in the majority of cases that if a guy and a girl in a relationship and the guy is like, hey, seeing as you're sick and dying in the hospital, is it totally chill if I go hang out at a strip club? Like, I can't imagine that's a conversation that ever goes well. Or quite frankly, even happens. I would hope. Let's see, where are we? Okay, so this is supposed to be a dead end, it looks like. No, it's supposed to be a dead end. What was that aim, James? You missed a car. How do you miss a car? I feel like James and Mary were not married for that long before her illness is attuned. I mean, you're probably right. Like, we don't know exactly how old James is, but like, I mean, if you look, he refuses to look at us. James? Oh my gosh. Look at me in the eyes, James. I'm gonna fight you. Well, I was gonna say, like, if you look at James, I mean, you can see him in the cutscenes, and he's not refusing to look you in the eye. Like, he doesn't seem like he's that old. Like, he really looks like he could even, like, be, like, his late 20s, like, early 30s. Like, late 30s at most, if he was, like kind of, like, really holding it together, I suppose. Yeah, we don't... Hey! I saw you, though! Maria, don't talk to me right now. I think I remember there is nothing this way except for this jump scare. I don't think there's any item. There's no reason to go this way. Here's look. Oh, wait, no, there's a reason. Ah, 3 bullets. And all I had to do was get punched in the noggin by an ankle. Worth. People say somewhere between 29 and 35. Oh, for his age. That seems about right. Like, I could buy that. Yeah, so, I mean, that really implies that, like... I mean, I guess if you say that they, like, either, like, met in college or something, then they might have been together for, like, a maximum of 10 years. Like, and how much of that was, like, married time versus, like, just knowing each other kind of thing. That'd be, like, kind of like the really outside... I mean, I guess if they were, like, childhood friends, we feel like that would come up in the lore. There was some kind of corniness like that happening. But... it's definitely... interesting, to be sure. I mean, especially because, like...
we're on the other side of that chasm.
Good job,
detour.
us.
But hey, at least we're here.
Here meaning where exactly?
Come on, you'll find out.
I feel like we could have just made that jump right there, Maria. Anyway.
This is it.
Bye. I'm going exploring. Oh, it's the movie theater. Don't you know? Spooky. Kind of looks like the house from It. Like the original TV miniseries. Who's there? Who would dare be a bug? You. I should get an achievement for being a bug hunter. 'Cause I'm so good at it. But like the... Anyway, speaking of that house, let me go back over there just for a second, I guess. But it looks like the house that, what is it? I think the girl lives in growing up, and then when they go back to it later, it's like the old lady living there who gives them like blood tea in that whole sequence. Maybe I'm completely remembering that house wrong, but I'm definitely not. My brain is so big and smart. I feel like not having chat on screen at all was better than having broken Twitch chat on screen. Maybe I'll just give that up for right now. Hold on. I'm just gonna turn off chat for today. If it fixes itself, I'll know it's fixed itself, and then we'll get it added.
If you
Well,
say
says you
so.
get what you pay for.
I don't
Like,
think I've been here before.
Come on. She's just around the corner.
She?
First of all, Lola, how dare you say you get what you pay for? Because you know for a fact that I also... Ooh. What was that? I don't pay for your help either, so are you implying that I'd be better off paying somebody? When you mentioned it did give spooky It House vibes, says Lola. See, I know stuff. Lola says lol.
Who is she?
There's a story told around these parts. Kind of a local legend. Tells of a woman who was cast out. Sentenced to die on an island out on the lake. There was a man in town who fell madly in love with her. And every night, he would sneak out. Row across the lake, bringing her food and company. And every night, she would stand there on the shore, holding a lit candle to help him find his way.
Was this story in the original at
But
all?
this
I don't know if it
one night-
was.
A terrible storm broke out, caught him out in the open, and it blew out the candle. Even in darkness, the man would not give up. He would not turn back. So he fought against the raging waters until finally the lake took him. They say even then, the woman never lost hope. She kept coming out at night, kept lighting the candle to bring her beloved home, to lead him to shore. Not sure how much truth there is to it. It's probably just a fairy tale. But she's become something of a local saint. Patron of undying love. Hence this place.
And James hates undying love. Look at him.
She's not
Sickened.
here.
What?
She's not here. And why would she be? I don't even remember this place.
Rude.
This was a mistake. I shouldn't have come here.
A crazy little detail is you can see like the one sleeve is like still kind of shiny and glistening.
It's okay.
That's the arm that he shoved into the toilet last
Tell me about that
last stream,
place
if you
still.
remember.
We can still.
There's still that attention detail that like that
Come
sleeve
on.
got effed up. It's not quite as mucky as you think it would be, but it, like it's still kind of. Actually, it is still pretty dirty. Like outside the cutscene, like it's still pretty mucky. I guess they just didn't render that for cutscenes. Oh well. I'm totally not a fan of the It book. The TV movie is pretty camp, but other than that, it's eh. No, the book is honestly deeply problematic in like almost every way. Like I think reading that book made me realize that books really need to have a rating system too. Because I was able to rent that book from my local library while I was in middle school, and I was reading it. I was like, I don't know that if anyone's old enough to read this book. Like, there's some crazy stuff in here. But no, the TV movie from the late 80s, early 90s that had Tim Curry as the clown is a real fun movie. Very long, but a real fun kind of horror movie, for sure.
I think it came from inside the theater.
The new one, I watched part 1 of the new It. I haven't seen like part 2, but the part 1 was decent. Like I didn't like it as much as the TV series, but it was still like it was all right. It had some decent new effects going for it. So, well, this is just get me that team shirt. I mean, honestly, Lol, I'll get you a shirt. I guess you'll need to be okay with me having an address to send the shirt to. But I mean, I think I mentioned this a while ago. I do want to like get you some kind of compensation for all the work you do. And I might even get something for Hatun if Hatun starts being nice. Okay, bye. Ow.
You okay?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Maybe you better wait here.
Okay. Not much of a movie fan anyway.
What are you a fan of, Maria? Don't answer that.
And James?
There's kids here.
Yeah.
Be careful in there.
Yeah.
No kidding. Unless I'll think about it. She's a fan of flirting with men who aren't interested.
You didn't seem bored a minute ago. Screamed your head out, didn't you? You should have seen your face.
Told you. It was this big rat. Jumped right at me from under the seat. You would have screamed too if you saw it. Gutless fatso.
Hey, well, what do you have to say that for?
Anyway, why are you sitting here? I thought you said the cops were after you.
Nah, I don't think they follow me here. Besides, I blocked the door, so no one could get in. Not the cops, and not these other monsters.
Mm-hmm.
You're weird.
Yeah, that's what everyone always says.
Well, I guess people call me weird too. And they yell at me. Especially when I do something bad. Did you do something bad? You know, so the cops are angry with you?
I don't know. Maybe.
So why don't you just say you're sorry? It always works for me.
They wouldn't listen. Nobody ever listens.
I think something that's kind of interesting. I mean, and like the original has it too a little bit, but like they kind of expand on this. Like, that's spooky. It doesn't sleep. That could actually be kind of a cool movie. But kind of like the interesting like friendship that Eddie and Lara have. I Was Here. There's some good movies. Existence. read that one. Something her. But anyway, remember her, I guess, probably. Yeah, it's just kind of interesting the way, like, it's like stuff like this where, like, you can kind of see, like, this is, I mean, granted, I think this is, like, still the part of the time before, like, Eddie hasn't, like, really, like, lost it.
Did you hear that too?
And I guess she dips at that point. But it's just, I don't know, Eddie is, like, still just, like, a fascinating character to me in all this, because, like, coming here definitely, like, I mean, granted, I think everybody kind of is worse for coming here, so Angela definitely doesn't fare any better. But buttery popcorn, you say? Use some buttery popcorn. God, he really did block it off. Well, except for that. I guess he locked it, maybe. Ooh. Bathroom, you say? Ammo, you say? Law says, I'll think about it. Oh, I guess for giving me an address. Yeah, that's fair. Hatun says, I'd rather you didn't. No, come on, Hatun. I could send nice things. You don't know. I could also, I guess, Venmo you. Oh boy, this must have been the toilet that Eddie used. I could Venmo you a pittance if you'd like. In all seriousness, to the mods who do such good work, I would like to offer some kind of something. I don't know. So if you want to DM me some kind of ideas, I definitely would like to give back some degree for your hard work that I think you're doing, I assume. Chainsaw! Okay. Is this... Oh, I think this might be the men's restroom. No? Ah, this is the ladies' restroom because there's bullets. That's how you know that a girl used the restroom here. I see. I don't even have a Venmo. Lol, I refuse to believe you live in this millennium and you don't have artificial sky. It's a lot of work dealing with you. I don't. What? I'm nice sometimes. Ooh, ghoulies. What is Eddie watching, I wonder? Like, assuming that, like, Eddie's living in a different version of Silent Hill than we are, like, he must actually be watching something. I wonder what that is.
Eddie?
Oh. You're,
James. We met back at the apartment building.
Yeah, I remember.
That's still the...
I see that you didn't make it out yet.
I think the most upsetting part of
Yeah.
this whole game is him eating that ice cream with his hands.
To it yet.
At least you got your appetite back.
Oh, he's just wiping it on the vomit shirt.
Are you alone here, Eddie?
Gasp!
No. That's probably just Laura messing around.
The little girl? Laura, is that her name?
That's what she said.
I'm gonna go look for her. You coming?
Now you want me to come with you?
Never mind.
I kind of, it's like just like looking at him, because like you can like see his breath, like it's really cold, but he's also like kind of sweating a little. So I'm trying to figure out like what that's about. Like what, like because like apparently like it's cold, but he's also hot wherever he's chilling in the existence. Just want to make sure I don't miss any goodles. You know what they say. Photos, best flavor. Okay, to any lipstick users in chat, do you also pick your lipstick based on the flavor? Is that a thing? Like, as somebody, like, I get chapstick quite regularly. I always very intentionally get the unflavored chapstick, because otherwise I just lick it off. Because I'm a child who cannot control himself, apparently. This is dork! Ah!
Laura?
We're gonna get in such trouble for knowing how to operate movie equipment. Also, the 90s was a different time. Like, they got, like, a dedicated row for couples, I guess. You can just only, like, sit, like, next to your date if you want. I can't imagine a theater setting up something like this nowadays, because, like, this is, like, so much, like, so many potential seats that they'd have to be, like, not having. Oh, these are nightmare seats to sit in. I'm so used to, like, the super ultra comfy recliners that my local theater has. Granted, I've only been in that theater a handful of times, and I haven't been there. What was the most recent movie I went to see there? I went to go see Venom 2. I think that's the most recent movie I've seen in theaters. Went and saw Venom 2 with my dad and my little brother. Still haven't seen Venom 1. Can't say that watching Venom 2 made me want to see Venom 1. But, it wasn't a bad film. As far as those goes, I guess. Maybe he's watching football, says Lala. Could be. Chapstick has flavor, not lipstick. I was gonna say, I feel like lipstick you wouldn't want flavor, but I don't know. I haven't worn a lot of lipstick. In fact, if I really think hard about it, the number of lipsticks I've worn has been less than the number of fingers I have. I feel like she, like, sneaks up on us in here. And then we chainsaw her in half as she deserves. Nothing. Child, where are you? Oh my gosh. I don't know if I'd be able to get away with it on YouTube, but it'd be really fun to get a sound bite of the
Hey!
there he is. Of the Child Catcher song from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I've definitely brought up the Child Catcher before. I can't remember what in context. But that is, like, cemented in my mind as, like, one of the scariest things to happen in a not horror movie. Is that sequence where, like, the child catcher's, like, walking down the street playing like his little like music box, trying to coax the children out with his terrible child catcher nose. So I feel like for these sequences where we're hunting Lara, we should definitely be playing that music to increase our chances of getting her, I guess. Anybody else? Does anybody else like know what I'm talking about? Because I realize like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is like a super old movie at this point. But I feel like that's like a classic that like most people see like at least once, right? Not crazy. Part 1, not 2, says Lala. Ah. Lala says, yes, I watched Chitty Chitty Bang Bang when I was a kid. I know what you're talking about. Thanks, Lala. I appreciate you. Cartoons, I've never seen it. I'd say Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is it's a very fun movie. It's a musical. It's like there's just tons of songs throughout it. It's just...
Laura, stop! It's dangerous!
It's a very wild movie. It goes like a lot of places you do not expect. And it all just revolves around like this magical flying car, I guess. Because the car is called Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That brings up a good point, though. If they can do the child catcher's nose, why couldn't they do Usopp's nose for the
Yeah, I
Opa?
tried to stop her, but she went that way. We can still catch her.
Lolly, you're right. You should write in to the producers of One Piece and be like, hey, do you remember the 1962 classic Chitty Chitty Bang Bang with that famous character, the child catcher? If he could have a long nose, why can't Usopp? Like, I don't know if the child catcher's necessarily the example you want to bring up as like good live action noses. Get it mixed up with Bedknobs and Broomsticks a lot. Bedknobs and Broomsticks? I've never seen that one. I'm sure it's a similar vibe though, because I think I know of that film. I think that one has like animation mixed in with it, doesn't it? Or am I crazy? And if you want an example of like a live action character that's got a long nose, I swear, I guess I shouldn't swear because swearing's bad, and I don't want to go to third heck for swearing. But I feel like in The Adventures of Baron Munchausen, there's a character that has a super long nose as well. I could be misremembering. There's definitely like some kind of Terry Gilliam movie though. It might have been Time Bandits. Or Big Fish maybe. I don't know. By the way, Terry Gilliam movies are off the hook. I think I forced everyone at anime night to watch the Adventures of Baron Munchausen trailer, I think, the other week. Ooh, it almost crashed. Okay. And I stand by that film as being a gem. It is ridiculous. But Time Bandits is also good. Oh, and speaking of family movies that are just thinly veiled horror films, I believe this is also Terry Gilliam's film, but there's a film called The City of Lost Children, which is apparently like a family film. And you're like, boy, that sounds like a pretty spooky title for a kid's movie. And you're right. And you'd be like, the movie's probably kind of spooky. It's a really freaky, bizarre movie. This is all about children being kidnapped and taken to an underground city. And it's, it's not... It's kind of in that same camp with, like...
Look.
I don't want to look at anything you... Oh. Whoa! A child! Anyway. I guess we gotta deal with that now. We were not really in the right position to see her enter the hospital that way, but that's fine. God, now I'm just thinking about all the kids' films I watched. They were actually terrifying. I think I've heard of that movie, but never seen it, says Lala. Yeah, City of Lost Children. I don't know where that could be watched these days, honestly. Like, it might be available somewhere, but it also might be like one of those movies that they're like, they buried it for being just really upsetting. Although if you want to watch a different kind of horror movie that's creepy and weird and apparently meant for families, was Little Monsters with Howie Mandel. Everybody loves Howie. And that is Howie Mandel pre-bald. So in some ways it's even more uncanny to watch it. But yeah, Little Monsters is one of those movies that... It wasn't really a scary movie, but there's a couple of sequences within it that have always stayed with me, I guess. That's an ominous way to put it, I suppose, but... Again, for those who have seen Little Monsters, they probably know.
Hey, come on, we gotta catch up to her.
Yeah, I know. It's
Just looking for
Yeah.
goodies. You know. Like, it's gonna be worth it, Maria. We're both gonna come out of this hospital alive and happy that we did all this work. Maria? Okay, you just wanted to... Fine, alright.
Is that a gun cabinet? In a hospital?
Yeah, but it's empty.
Somehow that seems worse.
It really is. I also like shotgun safety rules. Safe direction. Keep your weapon pointed in a safe direction so that accidental discharge will not cause injury. Finger off the trigger. Do not put your finger on the trigger unless you are ready to shoot at your intended target. Keep your gun unloaded. Keep your gun unloaded while in storage. Only load your weapon when you are ready to use it. Oh yeah, I can just read it that way too, I guess. Great. You have to wonder what might happen in a psychiatric hospital to necessitate a freaking shotgun. Like I can imagine that, like, for better or worse, you probably do have to, like, keep, like, weaponry on hand for, like, something going, like, really south, I guess? Rawr. Anger in control. I'm that guy. I'm the one in control of my anger. I wield it. I'm glad there's nothing scary in here.
Where did she go?
I don't know. Let's look around.
Hey, map. Excellent. Yeah, I think there's gonna be a puzzle with, like, counting things in the pictures, if I remember right. That'll give me a lot of ammo. Because this is the part of the game where I probably will, even with my chainsaw powers, I'll need to start using ammo, I bet. Due to repeated instances of keys getting misplaced, from this point forward, they are to be returned to the locker at the end of every shift. All staff are required to memorize the padlock combination and are not to disclose it to anyone but authorized personnel under any circumstances. In case of any problems, report to the head nurse in examination number 3. Oh. Hi. What you looking at, boss?
You trying to blind me, James?
Yes. The director requested the files of the 3 crucial patients. You know which ones? Oh, you know which ones. Could you please bring them to his office? Okay. Rawr! Wait, did I scratch it? I did scratch it. Good job, me. empty in a hospital. Whoa. Don't blow. It scares me. Whoa, it's dark. That seems fine. Whoa, hi Maria. What's up?
It looks like there's a key in there. No combination, though.
We should look around. Might be written down somewhere.
You might be written down somewhere. Got him. We haven't saved all day, so we definitely should save. So, anyone go to the hospital recently? For business or pleasure? You know, just to make conversation while we're having fun in the hospital. I guess that one's occupied. Plumbing checks out, just so everyone knows. Actually, I don't know what the white pipes are doing, because those other pipes are going into the wall. Those could be like venting pipes. Except that the clean out is way the hell up there. How would you use the clean out? That's like where you're supposed to like shove the snake in so you can like clean the drain if it gets clogged. Why, who puts it up there? You're supposed to put it down towards the... In a fight. Health drink! Whoa. A urinal. Crazy. I wonder if urinals really looked like that in the 90s. Whoever was supposed to wash these failed at their job. The only time I was admitted to a hospital was when I had my kid, and I don't remember the last time I went to visit someone. That's fair. Yeah, I think the last time I was personally in a hospital was probably when I was a child. When I had my asthma attack that turned into bronchitis, that turned into a coma, apparently. But then I got better, I think. Unless my entire life since that moment has actually just been like one long hallucination. Which is not entirely impossible. Is your medication safe? Please keep the noise down. Remember, if you experience poor appetite or significant weight loss, insomnia or hypersomnia, loss of interest or pleasure in usual activities, feelings of worthlessness, diminished abilities to think or concentrate, contact your healthcare provider immediately. Sure. I mean, if that was that easy to deal with depression, then yeah. Wait a minute. Whoa, it's a child!
There.
Laura!
Just don't look at a lamp too closely, this is a lot.
It's okay. We don't want to hurt you.
God damn it.
Why would she run from us?
I don't think she likes me very much.
But why?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a mystery. Oh, so this is like a small detail, and maybe even pointed out before, but I'm pretty sure no other characters ever see Maria except for James. Or at least, like, very least, like, even in that moment, like, you could say that maybe Lara could have seen Maria, but there's no indication for sure that Maria's, like, real to her. Like, she doesn't, like, respond to anything Maria says in that moment. Although Maria reacts to Lara, interestingly enough. And smashed. So angry. All these bullets. I know where these bullets go. Into my enemies. Alright. Maybe if I just... Dang it. Okay. Thought if I hit it 7 more times it might work. Keep door closed. I like that it puts like the cloth there as like a hint of like you could smash that window. You dummy. Why not both?
Not sure. Understand, regard.
What do you mean, what was that? That was me smashing. James knows how to do one thing, it's smash. And needle. Always in that order. James doesn't call it a good night till he's had a smash and a needle, you know. Is there an anemone in here? No. Come on in. The water's fine. Or don't. Whatever, I'm not your boss. I wrote it down for you in a way you should finally be able to remember. Once you're in the lobby, just look around. Now remember nurses, doctors, trees. Nurses, doctors, trees, Maria. Obviously. Even I can remember that. There's 4 trees. 2 nurses. Doctors. Oh, those are nurses. 7. Doctors.
You looking for something in these photos?
I'm looking for you to shut your mouth and stop talking to me, lady. What was it? Nurses, doctors, trees. So it's 7, 2, 4. Remember that law, Maria. I don't know why I was trying to make my mods do stuff when I have a brain. Seven, 2, 4. Thanks, Lala. I was joking when I said to remember that, but I appreciate you. I'll Venmo you something real nice. Or Timu you if you, I guess, if you want.
Basement.
Oh, of course.
Of course, a horse. Gotta love a basement. I already saved recently enough. Also, I'm pretty sure this game... Ooh, sorry, I thought... Excuse me. Pretty sure this game has, like, an autosave feature. Like, if you do die, I think you respawn pretty close to where you died anyway. So, unlike the other games, saving often isn't quite...
This place feels so empty. More than the other places we've been.
Yeah, it's funny that Maria would have a negative opinion of hospitals. I mean, I guess James for sure. Like, in some ways, it makes a lot of sense that a hospital would be such a prominent fixture in James's mind.
Hey, this one's open.
I'm reading a map. Don't scare me.
Doesn't work.
I'm gonna fight you. Yeah, it's almost open. Alright, Maria, here's the thing. There's gonna be monsters, and it's your job as the unarmed person to be bait. You know what that means? It means if things go south, I'm gonna pop a cap in your ankle so you're slowed down and the monsters get you first. Also, you know, a lot of water heaters. That is 2 big ones. I bet these are dynamo. Ooh. These are probably 80-gallon or maybe even 100-gallon tanks. Probably just 80-gallon actually, because James is almost as tall as these are. Probably just 80-gallon tanks. Then they got a couple of shorties, which is weird. These are probably only like 20 or 30-gallon. They got sunk pumps to help get the water going to places fast, which is smart for a hospital this size. A lot of big pipes, which makes sense again for all the floors. You want to get the water going to places fairly quick as best you can. Somebody did a lazy repair there, just taped over it a bunch. That sounds about right for galvanized plumbing. I would love to know the reasoning for, like, 'cause they got plenty of space in here clear, so they have like there's 3 shorties. Also, that one's leaking like hell. Oh my gosh. The bill's gonna be horrendous. Also, that is Spiderweb City in there. I hate on it like that. Why do they have 3 shorty tanks? Like, clearly they have space to put big ones. That feels like a budgetary thing. I bet they started with the 2, and then as they've had like hot water shortages, they've just like added these smaller, cheap ones. But they have to like keep adding more, and they keep justifying doing that instead of just getting big ones again. Because I mean, these big ones are expensive. I actually had to replace one in a 3-story apartment building recently. I had to replace like a big old 100-gallon like gas-powered water heater. It was a nightmare. I think the old one is like still down in the basement because we had no. Like, that tank was so old that it had been installed before, like, the basement was finished. We would have had to cut out all of the door frames. Quiet, Marie, I'm talking. Like, we would have had to cut out all the door frames and a bunch of wall in order to, like, drag that old, massive tank. We already had to, for the new tank we brought down, we already had to, like, remove a door frame in one spot. But this is a nightmare. Dog key? Oh. White Trism. I don't like that James carries around a bottle of White Trism. That feels problematic.
More of them.
Ah! Where? Where the... Oh my... Maria! Scared the heck. That was a sheesh. I feel like I had this exact conversation with Maria on your first playthrough. It might be true. Look, where is it? Where is it? I hear them. I'm going this way. Just picture that disgusting one from Discord right here in this message. It says, lol. A sprinkling of what even is a handyman of perspective on horror games. I knew it! No, I turned off my light. Oh. I remembered at the very last second that scared the hell out of me last time. I'm telling you, like, those mannequins, like, traumatized me last time we went through this game. Like, it's gonna be very rare for them to completely jump scare me again, because, like, again... I remember where a lot of these... What? How did I miss? Like, I remember where a lot of these were hiding, because every single one of them practically scared me. Like, I'm sure a couple of them are still gonna get me again. But, like, I am so much more paranoid. Don't say they're gone. They're never gone. They're always here with us. Yeah, if people want more the handyman perspective on horror games, you can definitely make a compilation. Or if anybody has any specific... I knew it! Ah! I knew there was at least 1 or 2 more in here. Just couldn't remember where at. Ouch. What was I saying? Oh, right. If anyone knows, like, any games in particular that'd be, like, extra fun to do that with, that'd be fun to do a video for. I just don't even know how to begin the research on that, to, like, find games to criticize or look at. I mean, I will say that overall, the Silent... James knew it before I knew it, apparently. He pulled his chainsaw out. I will say Silent Hill 2 has been pretty accurate on at least the plumbing inside this hospital, I would say, for the most part. It's old AF, though. Like, this is definitely the kind of plumbing that I don't have to mess with too often. I think there's gonna be, like, one more. Yes, 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 yes. Why? How did I miss? Alright. So, I guess in the future, even if I do see it, I probably have to, like, shoot it to make sure that, like, James also knows it's there. 'Cause it seems like... I killed you! Well, how do I keep missing? Alright, we're just gonna keep slashing a few more times. Gosh dang. Alright.
Is it over?
Sure. My goodness. Hate those things. Okay. Now I can just take this card over here. Move it over where I need to go with it. Excuse me, Maria. James? These things control really weird. I don't know how to explain it to somebody, like, not playing. But, like, it controls both smoother and clunkier than you think. That's my only way to explain it. Running low, bleach, white laundry turns to starch, white sheets. The amount of bleach used is getting ridiculous, and the sheets are not getting any wider. I won't ask questions, just end it. Okay. Some questions about that.
Hey. Where are you going?
Don't worry. I'll be right back.
You better.
Hello? Marie. What? How the... How the... What? No. Oh, wait. No, 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 no. How? Where? Oh, one of them got up.
That was intense.
What do you mean that was intense? Where is it? Oh my gosh, one of them got up. Oh, Maria, where is it? Hey! Grr! It's fine. I solved the problem, Maria. Don't even worry about it. Now to go actually get what I was supposed to get in here. I don't think there's any monsters in here, though. If I remember right. Thank you for the gifted syringe. Let me get some fuel. Every part of this sounds horrifying for some reason. I don't know if that's normal, but like, and like this is like completely beyond my understanding. But like, you'd think like the drain for like the tank, right, would be like lower down, because I feel like that's like a good quarter of the tank they would never empty out. Like, I guess it gets like auto fed periodically from the outside somehow. But like, W2F. I don't know. Again, I don't know how stuff was built in hospitals and whenever this was built. Brookhaven Hospital, 1932. Hey, I think I know when this hospital was built, guys. I can make an educated guess on when the hospital was built now. I heard something go clicky-clack on the radio. Something clicky-clacked on the radio. If you're a monster and you're alive, you have to tell me.
James?
Yeah, I know, Maria. I'm fixing it. I'm fixing the problem. I promise. I don't know if that was a new one or if that was one that came back to life again. That one also get back up? Am I just the worst at killing these things? They're all coming back. Yeah, you came back to life too. What the? Am I just not sawzing them enough? This one better still be dead. Oh my gosh, where are you? I stabbed you so many times. You're dead at least. Oh my gosh, so one of them might, unless, well, I don't know. Ah, geez, Scoob. Oh, maybe that was you. Well, no, that was, no, because that one stayed dead the whole time. I'm just like paranoid out of my gourd now. You're okay, you're still dead. Okay, so somehow the two, like, I've killed one of these like 3 times now then, and it just keeps coming back. Stab it again for good measure, I guess. Jeez 'em. Oh. Okay. So that makes me think of like drink dispensers where the faucet is like at least an inch from the bottom, so you have to tilt it to get the last of the liquid. Right? It's so perplexing. Like, why is it like that? Also, you'll find out if they're alive if they beat you. I mean, you're right, Lala. Unfortunately, you are correct.
Let's check out that elevator.
Everyone's still dead? Oh wait, I didn't even go this way, actually. Yeah, I know. There's always more, Maria. That's their secret. Okay. Oh, this is open now. Hey! At least it gave me free goodies. Shotgun shells and regular shells. I probably need to... Oh, I think 200's the cap. Shoot. Maybe. Unless I just coincidentally had 200 at that moment. So I definitely don't want to be in a situation where, like, I'm, like, wasting ammo by picking it up and I can't even fit more or something. Come along, Maria. Elevator for 2. Why is Weber always shelp right about now? I know there's no dangers. Floor -1 is concerning. I know, like, that's not, like, a super, like, uncommon thing. Like, I've seen buildings that do, like, -1 instead of, like, basement. I don't know why, because there's something that, like, feels, like, very, like, horror-esque. Like, it makes you feel like you're going, like, into the Twilight Zone if he's, like, going to floor -1. Hello? Any children? Come to the sound of my voice. It's raining, I guess. Doing okay, sport? Also, I've seen some that do beat -1 and also B. That's just like extra confusing.
Hey.
Aw, Maria's all sleepy, peepee.
You okay?
I'm sorry.
That's fine. What's going on? Are you hurt?
It's nothing. Probably just a hangover.
She did have a whole shot of whiskey earlier, for those who remember. Everyone knows that about an hour after a shot of whiskey, you will be hungover. That's just science. I mean, I suppose if you're like if you were a light enough weight, could you get hungover that quick?
So comfy.
I feel like that'd be like more a sign of like you've got like some kind of a busted liver issue.
I'm gonna go look for Laura. I'll be back as soon as I can.
It's like I know there's like
James?
some people. I don't know if it's like a genetic thing or just like whatever, but like your
Wanted to
body's like
ask.
super does not process alcohol at all.
What if you can't find Mary? What will you do?
I haven't really thought about that.
Yeah. James isn't really a consequences kind of guy.
Back soon, okay?
In case you hadn't realized by now, Maria. We're like a live in the now kind of James. Low alcohol tolerance really gets the poison side of alcohol being poison. Yeah. That's how one of my friends is. She had like half a margarita and was like super flushed and slept for like 12 hours. No, I mean, I know people like that. I've heard of people like that. Where, I mean, and in all fairness, alcohol basically is like a poison that you're drinking, like more or less. Like, again, a lot of things like, you know, I think when it was like chemistry 101 is like everything's poisonous. It's just the dosage that changes. And alcohol is just like one of those things that can be poisonous more quickly. And if your body's natural filtering systems are, you know, subpar or whatever for whatever reason, like it's just poisonous that much quicker. And that is
Sorry,
unfortunate.
I just need a moment.
All right. Good luck, Maria. I'll just face the horrors all by my lonesome. Take care of what matters most. Leave the rest to us. Toluca Palliative Care Center. Oh, actually, wasn't this because Brookhaven was a psychiatric facility. Wasn't it a thing that maybe like the hospital Maria at wasn't actually too far away from Silent Hill? And that's part of like why like Lara gets here relatively easy. She like hitches a ride with Eddie, who probably also lived like in that same town where the hospital was, probably. Maybe even Angela's from that area. Oh, excuse me. Okay, sweet. Cartoons, I believe Asians are lacking the amino acid or the protein that breaks in alcohol, which is why they get really red. That could be true. I mean, I feel like it's like the people I've heard of that have like especially low tolerances or like outright just can't drink alcohol are like Asian or have some amount of Asianness down the line in their family. It's like I could definitely see that being a thing where, or I guess it's like I think that is just a thing that you're either more sensitive to it or just outright can't handle it. So if you're Asian, watch out. Moonshine wasn't meant for you, I guess. I guess I can't go that way. Guess it's spooky nighttime now. Where's this? Oh, it's the other side. Okay, so we got that direction all opened to us. Trying to keep track of where we are and where we've been. That's locked. Okay, so I haven't explored.
Where is that girl?
Okay, I think from this moment on is like Nurse Central, if I remember right. Yellow. Oh, that is advanced darkness. Oh, good. Great. Well, it says, I metabolize it really fast so I can drink and have a hangover on the same night. Lucky me. I mean, really, that just sounds like you probably got to really watch your alcohol to water ratio. I've heard, and I don't know if this is true, but I think the idea is, like, if you drink enough water, or, like, I think, like, more water than you're drinking alcohol, then in theory you won't get a hangover. Because all a hangover really is, like, severe dehydration, if I remember right. Who would dare? Who's making squiggly wiggle sounds? Somebody knows the science, they can correct me, but I think that's how that is. Lots of it water, yucky. I know. If the decision is between delicious Bud Light and gross water. Oh, that is. Why are you doing that? Why are you wag-taggling your face? Oh, I hate it. Also, lol, I bet I nailed it. You probably drink Bud Light like it's going out of style. Or you Coors. Nah, how did you get there? Get dead. Wow. Chainsaw's OP. I think the biggest thing with the chainsaw is the fact that you can, like, knock over enemies so quick. Like, more than anything else, the power in the chainsaw is the fact you get the enemy on the floor fast. So think, like, with anything else, like, I think it takes, like, 6 or 7 bullets to get a nurse on the ground. It takes, like, 10 hits with a pipe to get them on the ground. Or something crazy. Like, it's... I don't want to go into the bad hole. I'm just gonna... Just for good measure. I don't condone violence against nurses. But if you're gonna... If a nurse starts shaking her head at me and I'm holding a chainsaw, then I really can't be held responsible. The code has been reset to what we agreed on during yesterday's meeting in the Doctor's Lounge. Like I said, I don't want anyone writing down a little piece of paper for me to find. Be responsible, people. Cool. You're staying down like a good nurse. Love to see it. Oh, I forgot this thing is like being weird. I think that nurse stays dead forever if we're lucky. I don't want to go in there. It even sounds like a bad time. Man. Well, this is give me mixed drinks. Yeah, you're right. I think if you just make sure to mix every drink you have with Diet Coke, you're fine. Roar! I assert my dominance in this room, apparently. Yes. Get chained. And I know at least one other walked over that way. so now I can... Wait, why did I pull the chainsaw out again? I pulled it out automatically, which makes me think there's maybe an enemy nearby that James can sense that I can't. James, don't do that. You're scaring me. Think of the children, James. And also me. I'm sensitive like a child. Get scared easy. Man, I don't want to go in that room because I saw a guy going in there. I think it was a man again, so it's going to jump out and scare me. Man. Also, why were all these guys like hiding over in this corner? It's weird. Trying to see if I can... Okay. It's definitely not over there. I knew it! Jeez, him.
Hey there, demons.
Stop
It's
making
me,
scary sounds on the radio.
your boy.
Lol, it scared me so bad. I heard like a man's voice for a second. I didn't hear what he said. I was like, oh no. I didn't hear anything from that speaker. I just heard someone talk about their boy. And things screaming as they chainsawed them to death. I don't think there was anything on that. I think it was just like ominous, creepy sounds. Her drawings. I think those are bullet holes. Which is just a lot of questions. You know, I just feel better if I know it's dead, you know? Ah, chewing. Oh man, I miss the 90s. Where you could just like smoke inside a hospital just for the hell of it. Things were better back then. I think we can all agree. Okay, did I gain anything from that? No. Okay, I still see dead nurse legs. That's good. If we ever don't see dead nurse legs there, we know we have a problem. Yeah, wait, did I get anything out of this room at all? I mean, I guess I got items. But, like, there was, like, no benefit. I guess there's the picture. The picture was useful. Otherwise, that was just a problem all around. Okay. Sorry, I heard the sound of a flashlight being clicked on and off. Oh, geez, I think it was just the sound of the doors opening and closing. There's like a slight click when you touch the door to open it. I just thought that was like, oh, there's someone turning on a flashlight behind me. What the heck? Let's see, Hatoon says, I mean, blended margaritas are made with lots of ice. Well, this is not that I actually drink that much anyway. Lol says, a child. Well, I feel like you don't respect me. It's fine, I just got scared by a door opening. Is this in reference to the stupid typewriter that's one of the most dire important clues that is also incredibly easy to miss because the game hates you? Okay, speaking of OG versus remake moments, I would say that Brookhaven Hospital is the most egregious example of the game kind of over padding itself, because I think Brookhaven Hospital is like way bigger. Like the apartments are like noticeably bigger too, but like Brookhaven feels like it's like so much bigger. And like, and it adds cool puzzles and everything, but like it's such an unnecessarily large part of the game. Because like I would even say, because I mean like like I think like the labyrinth / prison are also like very expanded parts of the game as well. But I kind of feel like the way they expand those areas is like really interesting. Like, I mean, quite frankly, the way they expand the prison, like the prison is the most terrifying part of the game because of how they alter it. And when we get to the prison, you'll see what I mean if you don't know what I mean. So yeah, what they do with the prison is incredible. The labyrinth section, I don't love it, but mostly just because like it's incredibly confusing. Dog key? Oh. 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 Didn't want to go in your smelly room anyway. I'm gonna save. Alright. Let's start with the tape.
Beyond hope. That's what they keep telling me. My 3 patients. My 3 hopeless cases. But I do not believe it to be a matter of hope. It is a matter of diligence, discipline, trial and error, of being as bold as one can be, to go as far as one needs to. I will find what it is that truly ails them, and I will cure them.
I mean, I like what he's saying. Like, I think in any circumstance, that's the kind of doctor you want, is somebody who's like, it's like, oh, I am going to figure this out. We are going to make them better. Like, that's the kind of attitude you want from a doctor. I don't like that he sounds like Jigsaw in that recording. That kind of makes it feel a bit more ominous. Like, he's going to also tell me that the only way to be cured is by removing the key from inside the my companion's like left lung or something. Like, don't love that. Oh, this is where I have to find the wrist bracelet things for these guys. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Excuse me. Patient number 0130, designation 295.3, room number .S3, question mark, moved to L1. Initial symptoms, intense and unrelenting anxiety, current diagnosis. Symptoms have intensified into full-blown paranoia, visual hallucinations. Recommendations, increased medication, can't be left alone, move to L1 for closer monitoring. Yeah, I don't, when the solution is just like, it just needs a higher dose, it's like, maybe, I don't know about that. That's just me, maybe. I feel like anytime the only solution is like, same medicine but more, it's like, that doesn't seem right. Patient number 0090, designation 298.0, room number D1, initial symptoms, sensory delusions, current diagnosis, insomnia, refuses food, water, delusions persist, recommendations, forced feeding and hydration. You hear that, Lala? We're going to force water into you whether you like it or not. Bathing required to be carried out in the treatment room, sleep medication, constant surveillance. Honestly, I feel like this part of the story is almost too removed from being James' story, like, I guess, sick people, but I still don't really like it. No, again, that's like what I was saying with, like the Brookhaven Hospital is the most egregiously expanded section of the game. Like, because they're, like, you're right, like, these 3, like, this thing with, like, the 3 patients is, like, really stretching. Like, at first, like, I thought maybe it was, like, implying that, like, one of these patients was actually James, but I don't really think that's what's going on. 0050, 301.3. Oh, excuse me. Initial symptoms, sudden outbursts of aggression, visual and auditory hallucinations. Current diagnosis, current therapies considered effective, unprovoked outbursts decline, social interactions improved. What did I miss? Recommendations continue with current therapy, water has a calming effect, it used to. Oops. I mean, I wonder, because, like, it's even, like, something where, like, because, like, there's 3 patients, and you could say there's, like, James, Eddie, and Angela, right? But, like, I don't even think, like, the symptoms of, like, the 3 patients, like, really line up with the behavior of Eddie, Angela, and James, right? Like, that's the, like, I think if they had done something like that where, like, the three patients like were like very clearly mirrors of kind of like the three characters we already kind of follow throughout this game. That could have made it more interesting potentially. And maybe that's what they tried to do. I don't know. It doesn't feel like what's listed there quite connects with anything we experience with the characters, though. Also, did you stay up late last night or not sleep well? Ugh. As I yawn again. No, I've been sleeping, well, I slept good. I had a very exhausting dream, if that makes sense. I've honestly been getting like I think I'm on a, I think I talked about this. I'm on a, I went to a doctor a few months ago and I got on some new medication that's supposed to like help me with some different things I've been dealing with, and it's been helping a lot. But one of the side effects has been like crazy vivid dreams. Like, I feel like I have like full length, like very detailed dreams every night. And so even though like I'm honestly getting like really good sleep. I'm getting like between like 7 and 9 hours of sleep every night, which is crazy. And also probably because of the medicine, like it's just making me like extra sleepy tired. But yeah, it gives me like these dreams that are like kind of exhausting. It's like I wake up and I feel like I've been like doing stuff all night, if that makes sense. So maybe that's it. Oh man, I'm like really yawning though. Hold on. Also, they see that sucks. I mean, I don't know. I think it's worth it overall because the medication has been helping in a lot of other ways. Just one of the side effects is really off the wall dreams. At least they're not nightmares. Like they're very active, like dreams, but they really have been like nightmare-y too much, which I appreciate. So, but actually, I'm going to do a quick intermission, like a BRB screen here, and I'm gonna go just take a quick stand and use the restroom and see if I can kind of get the yawns out of me, because I don't know why I'm like, golly. I think the problem is like now I'm thinking about it, and I don't think anyone else has this problem. Like once you start thinking about yawning, like you just like start yawning more, and you get like stuck in a cycle. I think I need to. The game's just too boring. Honestly, well, Brookhaven Hospital is like very scary, so it's definitely not boring in that sense. But like it is just like too long. There's just too much hospital. But I'm gonna be back in just a moment. I'm just gonna take a walk, maybe get a decaffeinated soda or something to help me wake up. I'll be back in just a moment. Everyone else can feel free to grab some snacks or take a stand, whatever you need to do. We'll be back in like 2 minutes. So, okay. Yellow. We're back. I've done something very bold. I grabbed a caffeinated Dr. Cola from my fridge. It has an unspecified amount of caffeine, which is really weird. I thought they were required to tell exactly how many grams of caffeine were in here. It is an unspecified amount of caffeine, but it does contain caffeine and potassium, so it's good for you. Well, it says, oh boy. Darn tootin'. So at least I'll be a little bit more awake for the rest of the stream. We'll see if that messes me up tonight. But I can always... And actually, I was thinking about this. And I might be blaming the medication incorrectly for my crazy dreams. Because I realized that I've actually, when I started taking the medication, I was actually having a harder time falling asleep. And so I've been combating that by, taking melatonin every night. And so now that I think about it, I think I'm just getting crazy melatonin dreams that have nothing to do with the medicine at all. Sorry. I'm probably going to randomly mute my mic in order to not belch into everyone's ears. That's why I don't usually drink soda on stream. It makes me very burpy. And I don't want to do that to people. Am I going the right way? Losses Smh over on Twitch for those who can't see that. I guess I have to explain now, when there's Twitch chat versus YouTube chat. Because now nobody can... Ah! If you're a monster, you have to tell me. Which apparently you are. I'm just gonna stab this guy a million times real quick. Because I don't want to deal with him coming back to life and hurting me or my family. Anyway, how's everyone doing? Drugs? Oh. I think this is my favorite pose. The little sassy pose with the chainsaw is great. It's such a good pose. Oh, hey there, friend. I think there's another one in here if I remember right. But how's everyone doing? No. I see you. Get over here. I think, oh no, okay, so I do have more ammo space. I think the trick, once you have the chainsaw's so OP though. But basically it seems like the trick is you stun lock them with the gun. Just pot shots a couple of times. And that way you have time to get over to them with the chainsaw. And you just ruin their day. And then you take so many drugs. All the drugs. Your medicine cabinet, empty it into your mouth. And then you too can be like James. Also, Grayson Allen does not condone the emptying of medicine cabinet contents into your mouth directly, as this may involve ingesting superfluous dosages and or plastic bottles. Grayson Allen Incorporated will not be held accountable for any adverse effects that occur from following advice given in jest. Ah! It scared me. I have fear of washing machines, so I don't wash my clothes. So how do you know that the same clothes come back out at the end? They smell different. And if they smell different, you can't know that they're the same. Can't go wearing weird clothes. Let me go see how Marty's doing. Still alive?
I'm alright. I'm just tired.
Fine. I see how it is. Go to sleep on your comfortable, gross bed. Hatoon's drinking a ginger ale? Man, that's fancy. That's like what rich people drink. Yeah, that's fine. Patient interview transcript. Annotation. The following interview was conducted with Bloob in response to incident 071. I remember lying in water, empty, and then I felt him stare. He was close, very close. I had to get out, had to get away, but he followed. He kept staring, so I made him stop. Now I'm empty again. Can we go back to the pool? Collected that. So I guess that's implying that I need to find the pool. Is there a pool in the hospital? I have a map. Where am I? I think C1 used to be their room, right? And then they got moved. Was that what it was? I can't remember. That's where I was already. Oops. Lost that strawberry flavored water. Good choice. I like the grape flavored water personally. That's what I get. Do you get the flavor enhancers, Lala, that Walmart sells? Hatoon says what they give at the hospital when you have issues eating. No, I mean, I do know that like ginger ale is like I remember my mom always had either 7-Up or Canada Dry. Like just like a 2-liter or some cans of that in the fridge. And that's what we would get for like upset stomachs. That is scary as hell. Nothing behind me, right? Last thing I needed to deal with is something sneaking up on me. Get dead. Get 1,000,000 times dead. My dad drinks the ginger ale or 7-Up when he has stomach. See? Smart. Wallace says, I buy the flavor powder packs. Yeah, some is from Walmart, some is big packs from Costco. Gotcha. See, I don't mess with the powder. I found these, you can get these, like, little things. It's kind of, it's like Mio, but it's like Walmart's, like, great value version, so it's cheaper, which is, better for my taste buds. But it's just, like, concentrated juice. And I think it says, like, specifically, you squirt it into your cup for 3/4 of a second. Is the recommended dosage is 3/4 of a second of a squirt. And, I don't know about you, but I squirt about half of that bad boy into 1 cup. And it's like I'm drinking straight up purple drink. It's incredible. I'm pretty sure that is an above recommended dosage of artificial sweetener. But, look. It's 0 calories, so it's good for you. I think if you have too much of a good thing, you just end up being healthier. So, really, if you think about it. Where did I... No, that's where she came from. Just making sure. Look, I would never chainsaw a woman in real life. But if I had to, I would make sure that I only had to chainsaw her exactly enough to ensure that the threat was neutralized. I just want to be very clear that I'm not crazy. I'm as sane and healthy and whole as James. Or am I? Go not that way. My mom has Sprite for when we were 6 as a tune. Lala says, yeah, I don't like the liquid ones. I'm bad at measuring them. That's pretty fair, Lala. The tunes I had to teach myself to drink water. Or just be so lazy I can't be bothered to go downstairs to get a drink. I mean, at one point, Tune, that is, like, honestly the very smartest way to do it, like, in all joking aside, is just drinking pure water. I need to be doing that. At one point, I was pretty good about drinking water. Like, I had quit soda for a while, and I was just doing water. But I relapsed. That's, like, honestly and truly the only way to describe it is I relapsed hard back onto soda. Because there used to be chains. Because that's where the box used to be for the mystery part of the puzzle, where you had to, like, do the chains and the mysteries and the things, and there's a message on the back of the here that you have to read to get the things and stuff. Yeah, it even says Louise. Because the message, it was the Louise love box. Guys, remember Louise? Like, geez, we remembers Louise. I'm stealing shotgun shells. Where's that shotgun? If anyone has the right to be firing away with a shotgun, it's me. Pinnacle of sanity. My brother drinks black coffee and water only. Your brother drinks half healthy, half the devil's tears. So that's no good. My sister and I couldn't give a boba? Oh. I mean, couldn't you just, like, put the bobas into water? Like, I don't know how good that would taste to just have, like, random tapioca balls in water, but I think you could do that, couldn't you? Or is that not what you... Is that what not you mean? When you desire the bobas. The dude says, ew. I asked a serious question. I expect a serious response, and I see how it is. Where am I? What's crazy is, like, even though, like, I have a gun, I have a chainsaw, I have all the things. Why do I feel like there's something in here? Was there? Shotgun. Oh, I've missed you, sweet baby. Oh, I only have 9? I feel like I've been collecting a lot more shotgun bullets than that, but I guess I've only been collecting like 1 or 2 bullets at a time, so whatever. I got plenty of ammo. I should not be complaining. Jack? They got Jack in here? Yo. I do like the idea that, cause like this is like the nurse's station, which I guess the implication could be like this is probably like mostly like women in here. And so they have a picture of a hot guy on the wall to counteract like men's locker rooms always have like bikini ladies. I'm gonna get stabbed by a Nadal. I know this. I knew it! Nadal. Also, how did I get stabbed by that? Oh, because it was poking out slightly. So it's got like a safety pin on it. Read! Yeah, who's making me read? I don't know who that is, but I don't like you. Or what you stand for. Hey guys. I think instead of streaming next week, I'm just going to have to read One Piece for 4 hours by myself. Because I've got a lot of chapters to catch up on. So if you're like, man, I wish Gray was streaming right now, you have to blame Lala and Hatoon and Smo and whoever else makes me do those reads. That's okay. No, you gotta be more upset than that. You're gonna go a whole week without your precious dosage of your friend Gray. How will you go on? Ah! There's things! There's a lot of outlets. Why are there 3 outlets next to each other? What could they possibly need 3 outlets for in the 90s? It's not like they had, like, phone chargers. Who's there? Who's there? The static gets louder. Something's gargling out there. Will it open the door? It doesn't know how to open doors. It would never. It couldn't. It's impossible. Then you can tell me how much you misunderstood. No, look, my reading comprehension, I'll have you know, when I was in 3rd grade, I took a reading comprehension test, and that reading test said that I had, the comprehension, shooting everything! I had the reading comprehension of a 6th grader when I was in 3rd grade, I'll have you know. I've never taken a reading comprehension test since then, but that does mean that I can guarantee that even now, many years later, my reading comprehension is at least as good as a 6th grader. Also, I'm really proud of us for that. We handled that really calmly and collectedly, and that was just really good teamwork all around. Like, big preach to everyone who helped me with that and believed in me. Hello? Who's there? Oh, that opens! We're just gonna pause for a second while I look at this needle. Hatun says I'll live. Lala says there was no new chapter of OP this week because Odo is either on break or on his mandatory break. Lala says considering modern 6th graders, that isn't too. No, look, I'm pretty smart. I'm at least as good as a modern 6th grader. Also, if there's no new chapter of One Piece this week, this is my chance to catch up. I could catch all the way up on One Piece this week. Who's there? Who's gurgling? I don't like that. No. You can't open doors. What? It opened the door! No! Ah! How did I... What did I... Oh my gosh! Hey, get dead! I think I shot you in the boob. I'm sorry for that. You scared me. Just one more time. Okay. Alright, look. I think we can all agree that was self-defense. She walked around the corner and looked at me. No one would say that wasn't self-defense. Oh, there's definitely a spookums in here. Absolutely over in that corner there's gonna be a mannequin. I hate computers. Got it. And this is a Mac house only. Okay, I know there's a mannequin in this room. Do I know it? Clear. God, this game makes you use military tactics. Hot dang. This is absolute nightmare of a shower. despise it. That shower pan is not deep enough. That curtain is not long enough. Hence all the water getting out onto the floor and wrecking everything. The grout is coming out. There's probably leaking through the floor into the ceiling downstairs. It's just ruining everyone's life. It's rusty as hell. I'm getting tetanus just looking at it. Actually, is it rabies you get and then tetanus prevents that? I don't know. I can't even see the drain hole. Got a cheap plastic shower pan. Those things always crack and fail. Bad. Bad design. Toilet looks decent. Is that cigarettes in there? Flushes cigarettes down the toilet. What a weird environmental detail. Also, they got this stupid top flusher that... Oh, wait, there's a side flusher. Okay. I'll let you pass this time, Japan. So you have the side flusher. Okay. Also, the nightmare-style sink. Hot and cold, I presume. Or is that cold and then hot? I don't know. But, like, each faucet only does, like, one temperature. It's, like, a super old-school way of, like, having hot and cold faucets. Instead of, like, having, like, a central faucet could, like, mix hot and cold together. That was advanced technology. So this is, like, a pre-50s bathroom. This probably is, like, from the 1930s, honestly. So that's pretty accurate. I still, to this day, I don't know how, like, understand how it's supposed to work. Because, like, why would you ever, like... Because, like, and they're always, like, so far... Like, this is, like, how far apart they always are. Like, that's pretty accurate. But it's, like, how do you do that? Because, like, there's just, like, a scalding hot water... And then, like, icy cold water. Like, you can't, like, splash them back and forth real quick and try to, like... I mean, I guess if you filled the sink and, like, washed your hands that way, I guess that's probably what you're supposed to do. Ridiculous. Who's there? Okay. Keys. L1, you say? Can I turn it off? Arr! Oh, it's really dark in here now, actually. That was a mistake. Well, this is okay. I'll meet you at chapter 1175. It's not 1175. That's crazy. There's no way it's that many chapters. You're lying to me. You're telling fibs, and fibbing's bad, Lala. You're gonna go to the bad place for fibbery. Oh, that's gonna be shortcut. Sweet. Oh, I see you're alive again. Oh, that door is unlocked. Cool. Aha! That's how you handle nurses. They're like, excuse me, sir, you have to take a number, then you whip out your chainsaw. And you're like, I'll take your number. Also, treat healthcare providers with appropriate respect, as befits their profession. They have to deal with a lot, and they don't need you making their day harder by chainsawing them in half. Yeah, you did stand back up. Why did I hear music for a second? What was she hiding? She was hiding bullets! Exactly one bullet, in fact. And I used way more ammo than I got in here, but oh well. I'm pretty stocked on ammo, so I'm not too worried. In a case where there's like 2 nurses, I think it's better to unload first and ask questions later. I think it's just good policies. Okay. Looks like I can only go up and down now. I'm gonna... run back and check on Maria. How do I get there from here? I think I go this way. Oh, it says, oh, at my church, someone broke a faucet handle like the big circular plastic ones, cracked clean in half. Snap. That's aw, sleepy peepee. Okay, I guess I can't talk to her right now. That super sucks. Are you talking about like the where it's like the faucet where it's like there's like the one plastic can, I kind of like spin it and like you pull it up and down to open and close it, Lala? Like that style? Just says yeah, those are that's kind of inevitable, because I think what happens is like the cartridge in those, because I mean like the plastic handle should be kind of a clue, but like those are fairly cheap faucets to begin with, and so they kind of wear down kind of quicker than average as it is. But what happens is that cartridge inside the handle, like inside the faucet in the handle, like just gets like a bit more stiff over time, especially if you have like hard water. Like it gets kind of calcified and the rubber wears out, and then makes it harder to open and close, which leads to people, hey, that's a pretty nice drawing. So like then people like kind of like have to like yoink on it harder and slam it down harder to turn it off. And since it's just like a basic plastic handle, I am hearing singing. Yeah, so that's
Hey, are you okay?
Go away!
Don't be afraid. I just want to talk.
you know, it's funny because like in this scenario, like we know that like everything's fine, but I mean Lara is making the correct moves here. Like if a weird guy is like following you like all over town, insisting that you need to hold still so he can talk to you, like she's making the correct move, like choices, and like getting the heck away from that guy. I'd say like 99 times out of 100, that is the correct maneuver. It just so happened, I mean, let's be fair. Like, James isn't exactly the harmless old guy or something. Like, he's got his own issues. He doesn't mean Lara any harm, probably, for what that's worth. But, you know. I mean, my mom's been wanting them to replace them for a while because it's hard for kids to use anyway, so I guess she's getting her wish. No, honestly, like, because, like, the newer style where it's, like, kind of like this, like, handle kind of, like, just, like, lift up and down, like, spin, like, super easy. Those are just, like, nicer for kids and old people anyway, like, because, like, it's really easy. Like, you don't have to, like, grip it super hard, so you have, like, arthritis, like, those are hard to use. You have, like, low, like, grip strength that's hard to use. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's a good plan. And I get that it costs money, but, like, faucets aren't... You can get, like, a decent bathroom faucet that'll, like, last you for a long time for, like, $100. I go... I... Booty shot. Ah. Well, I guess I did. You know what? Actually, I probably deserved that. I think that was a pretty fair reaction from her on that one. I can't even be that mad. What is that sound of nightmares? Something is gurgle-lurgling in the stairwell? What is that? Oh! That's what was gurgle-lurgling. Yeah, I'm happy for your mom, Lala, that she finally gets a new faucet at her church. So that's where that nurse came from. That's fair. Oh, this place is so big. It's just too much. Like, it's too much space and, like, not quite enough stuff going on to justify all the space, if that makes sense. And it's also like you're supposed to believe like this is like a psychiatric hospital in a small town, like, and it's like just this massive. Like, it just doesn't seem likely, you know? I think it's gonna be locked if I remember right, yeah. I do have the L1 room key, so I need to remember to go do that at some point. But I kind of like to thoroughly explore areas before I go open up new areas. I feel like that's generally a pretty wise policy. Okay. Did I even... No, I did save. Well, it says, but horror games need big, spooky hospital. You know, you say that, Lala. But it's funny, because, I've mentioned this, like, I've been... Because I'm working on a horror game, and I've been gathering assets to use. I'm not really at a point where I'm going to be making my own assets anytime soon, so I've been... You can buy, like, asset packs, right? Like, either, like, on the Unity store or, like, on Itch.io. I've been buying all my stuff on Itch.io because stuff is pretty cheap and can get, like, a lot of good, like, retro PS1 style assets there. And I would say there are probably, like, not even exaggerating, 100 different... like abandoned hospital like asset packs, even like when you narrow it down to like PS1 horror category, there are so many packs dedicated just for hospital. And what's really funny is like, because I was trying so hard because I wanted to find an asset pack for a graveyard, because there's gonna be a graveyard scene. Hey. In the game I want to make. And I was having such a hard time finding just like a graveyard. I was like, and I did find a set finally, but it was like, it's like, why are there so many hospitals, but like a dadgum graveyard doesn't exist anywhere? I'm also having a really hard time finding like character models. Like there's like tons of like adult models, but I can't, like, I need like a little kid for the game, and I can't find anywhere that's like making like PS1 style kid models that can be used, that are like rigged and everything. And I'm probably getting put on lists because I keep going all these different websites googling like PS1 child model, like stuff like character kid, like I'm just like all these different like combinations of like anything like involving the word like kid or children. And I'm just like, man, I'm definitely going to be, like, getting watched by some kind of organization. Observation notes. Patient number 0090. Day 1. Patient transferred for observation. Malnourished. Shallow breathing. Avoids eye contact. Agitated in presence of staff. Frantic at the notion of touch. Day 2. Patient refuses solid food. Nasogastric forced feeding required. I don't even know what that means. Like, I guess I know what that means. I don't like the sound of that. Serotonin antagonist administered to reduce nausea and vomiting. Day 3. Patient restrained for bathing and feeding. Prepared the patient accordingly. Progressing malnourishment. Oxygen deficiency. Self-injury suspected. Could not confirm. Day 4. Something is very low. That's probably fine. I don't know what James gathered from that, but he gathered something. Losses sounds about right. Losses lol. Should have paid for a VPN, says lol. It's so funny, but like, I mean, well, in some ways that feels even more sus, but it is like just one of those like really dumb things where it's like, and I'm probably what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to go on Fiverr, because there are people that specialize in creating original assets like in the PS1 style. And I'm just going to have to be like, hey, super normal thing, but I just need you to rig me up a kid model. like I promise it's fine. So I want to do... It's a horror game involving like a father-daughter who go to a cabin out in the woods. It's based on a true story, which is why I want to do it, because it's a really cool, spooky tale that supposedly really happened. But And I did think about it, and I actually tried to be like, well, what if I just, like, took, like, the regular, like, adult model and just, like, shrunk it down to kid size? And boy, that looks like a nightmare. Just, like, a very small adult running around, because it turns out the body proportions don't work that way at all. So that didn't work, but we tried. And so I'm making a different game now instead until I can figure out what to do about that part. Just doing a different game that can involve all grown-ups. Spooky. Okay, so we got that. Well, says I see. Good luck. Yeah, well, I'm excited. If nothing else, it's been very fun for me to learn how to, like, create games. And, like, I'm doing, like, essentially like a no code, because I'm just using Unreal Engine, which you can do a lot with hardly any coding at all, which is nice if you don't know any coding. But at some point I do want to get deeper into the rabbit hole and, like, learn some programming and actually make my own assets and all that stuff. But I figure I'm just learning skills one at a time and not trying to learn how to do an entire game by myself all at once. Dr. Andrews, we delivered the radiographs you requested. However, it looks that the file is incomplete as one of the pictures was nowhere to be found. We will send somebody as soon as we locate it. Let me know if you need anything else. Okay. And I do remember that inventory. Radiograph of pelvis. Love me a good pelvis. Okay. Oh. Oh, square hat. That's how I rotate it. That's where you go. That's where you go. 4. And I just need one more. Skull trauma from childhood. Why'd your skull get traumatized in childhood? Oh. That's probably going to give me the code for that door. I just need to find another radiograph somewhere, but that's fine. Okay, so I think I have officially explored as far as I can. So now, what keys do I have? Oops. I've got the first floor inner ward, L1. Okay, L1 and first floor. Where am I right now? Third floor, second floor. L1 is over there. Okay, so if I go down the stairs, how close am I to L1, I guess? It'll be the question. Oh, just right over there. Okay. Nope, wait a minute. Nope. Wait, where? This way? Okay. Getting all topsy-turvied. Okay, that's the key I want. Nope. This key. We're doing great. Let's just be like a father and his adult daughter. I could, I guess, but it ruins kind of what makes it's so creepy and spooky. Because I think, and something I'm going to do, it'll be like a behind the scenes with the developer, I guess, whenever I do make the game. is either like I'll play through the game or I'll just like talk about the game and explain the real account it's based on. Because that's something I want to do, is like every horror game I make, I want it to be specifically based on like a supposedly real account, or at least like a very like a real like legend. Because I feel like there's so much good stuff that's like purportedly true. It'd be like great fodder for like horror. That like I don't even like need to waste time inventing stuff, you know? That's where I need to go. Okay. But that's just like... I hear you. Hush, hush, hush. Where are you? I'm busy. Where? Who is skittering? I hear that. Are you in there? Stop. I can almost see into the room if I manipulate the cameras a little. I just need to... Am I locked in here? What the hell? I am locked in here. That absolute tool of a monster locked me in this dadgum hellhole. Rude. Oh my gosh, this thing is so weird to control. It's like it only moves on a grid, kind of. Oh my gosh, I'm hearing something going crickle crackle on the radio. They brought in the girl today. Poor thing hasn't said a word. She just sits there, head in her hands, sobbing and quivering. I moved her to the corner bed. Seems to have calmed her down a bit. She even smiled at me, I think. Good job. I guess you really can put baby in the corner if baby likes it that way. I'm gonna shoot everyone. Okay, that's a pointless nook. Well, this is RIP. Oh, I don't like the spooky sheets everywhere. Kind of makes me feel not terribly safe. I also don't like there's apparently nothing. My radio was crack-a-lack-dackling. But I guess it's fine. It must have just been my imagination. Ah! Where was that from? What the f... I'm sorry for coughing into the microphone, by the way. Where was that from? Oh, I'm not going into that. That's a bad. I just remembered how bad that is. Oh my gosh.
Tonight at 11.
Doom! Thanks. Big preach. I guess there's like one thing they took from the DLC. So I think there's a sequence where Maria crawls around, not in the wall space, but like in a chimney. Don't do it, James. Oh, it's so not worth it. No. Why? What is the reasoning for this, James? Like... Oh my gosh. See, I don't... Oh my gosh. Like, I don't even have claustrophobia. But, like, that... that gives me the willies. Especially, like, this moment where he's, like, briefly, like, trapped here forever as far as he knows. He's like, this is where I'm gonna die. Gets that panic strength like when a mom lifts a car off her toddler. Except in this case, it's James trying to escape a wall. He's like, this is not the kind of hole I was seeking. I must go on. My people need me elsewhere. Golly. No likey. Oh. Alright. I know there's something on the floor, but I just need to do a monster check first. What's this? Hey, it's the band. It breaks! And then monster. Monster? It breaks and then monster. Okay. I guess my body just gave me a shot of adrenaline for nothing. Ah, oh my gosh, shoot it! Anyway.
You fool.
Look, I'm doing my best. You can also tell how little I scream in real life, because the smallest shout immediately ruins my throat. And I develop freaking smoker's lung. What's this? Let me out, let me out, let me out. Why won't they help me? Why do they keep me in here with him? That's not what you want to read. I don't know where that's going to take me, but I don't probably like it. Hey, typewriter! And it's even got like the little puzzly card next to it that's ripped in half. That's kind of a nice little touch. So this is the typewriter that super sucks and we have to like look for, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I kind of recognize. I'm going to stab you again. No, I got the fear burps now. It does remind me. This jump scare brought to you by Sweet Delicious Dr. Cola. Pick it up at your local Kroger's. Oh, we're down here now. Let's take a save. We've been through a lot. Law says I don't have Kroger, I have Fred Meyer. Close enough. I also don't have Kroger, to be fair. I have Smith's. So. Nurse! I don't know why I decided I needed her attention. How did... Look, you brought this on yourself. Oh my gosh, nurse, die quickly. I don't know if headshots matter at all in this game, I'm gonna be honest. Well, it says you need to go attention for your smoker's cough. It's true. A very sensitive throat. Okay. Well. Okay, that's not the... One of these doors down here is going to have a way for me to open with a key. Ah, this one. Well, let's deal with... Run. Oh! Oh, why did I do this? Get dead. Maybe the nurse didn't hear me. I can only assume, but the chainsaw's got to be making noise, right? Like, it has to be like a thing where, like, the the more noise you make, it's more likely to like attract monsters. Like that just feels true. Oh, she sounds pissed. Well, let me just. Oh my gosh! No! Golly! That was a bad time to run out of bullets. Today's lesson for the youth. If you shoot somebody in the calf, they are likely to be upset with you. The more you know. Okay. But if you want... Are you alive again? Who's... I don't like when I hear squiggles from monsters and I don't see them anywhere. I like my monsters to be where I can see them. And I also like them to be dead. It's a long hallway. Okay, I thought there was gonna be a mannequin. Need to just reload my gun. Want to reach into a toilet, James? Oh, you love toilet. You got Mr. Fantastic's arm, apparently, so you can get it all the way in there. I don't like that. Attention employees, indeed. Got Satan in the kitchen. Oh, I forgot about the bug shoot. Oh, my homies hate the bug shoot. Oh, and the bugs hate me, apparently. Oh, who's there? Oh, there's a... Get shot. Hey there. Nothing over that way, right? Okay. Oh, even with the chainsaw, the nurses are so scary. But it's definitely like, at least that I have the chainsaw, like, I feel confident enough that I can, like, deal with the problem immediately. Remember to wash your hands. Because remember, like, it used to be like whenever I saw a nurse come around the corner, like, I didn't want to mess with her at all. I didn't want to risk the wrath of nurse. It's in the walls, deep inside. The mold remover gets rid of it for a while, but then the thing reappears in the exact same spots. We need to get in there, break it all down if we have to, and root it out. Okay. Ah, mold remover. Thank you for the gift of anti-mold. Are those just... Those are just dead rabbits. That is a... Alright. Kind of weird imagery. What do I know? 5 meals for celiac disease. 7... Oh, I was going to say 5 meals a day for celiac disease? No, that just means... So there's 5 people that have celiac disease, 7 lactose intolerant. Running low on potatoes and rice. Patient broke a whole cart of dinner plates. Need to stock up. Monday. Breakfast, oatmeal with fruit. Lunch, baked beans, sausage, egg, side of salad. Lunch, dinner, pork cutlets, potatoes, grilled vegetables. Honestly, pretty banger meals. And then I assume they get, like, the celiac people and the lactose people probably get slightly altered menus. Like, at least that part of the hospital seems to be running right. You know, I respect it. I turned off your telly. Who else is there? Wait. Oh my gosh, where were you from? Oh, you got here quick. She'd get over here so quick. No, her arm is one with the floor. Ugh. Anyone here seen this house has people in it? That is a little short horror video you can find on YouTube. If you want to be, like, upset but not disturbed. It's really good horror that doesn't have, like, any grossness. But just, like, seeing that arm go into the concrete like that just made me think of it. Well, so that explains how he got his arm past the U-bend, too. Well, this is a choice. Well, this doesn't sound familiar. That might be a fun one to do, like, a react along to or something sometime. It's one of my favorite little mini horror things that I think was actually originally done on Adult Swim. But it's basically just like, you're just like, it's like a 15-minute video of like, just like scanning through footage from like a family, like a house's like home security system. And it's just like a bunch of like weird things just going on with this family. And just like it's like progressively like more and more bizarre, like as you're like flipping through like the different like security footages and cameras and stuff. But there's like this like one scene where like the daughter's just like lying face down in the kitchen for like basically the whole video. And it's just like a random weird thing that like gets like more and more weird without giving away all the secrets, I guess. It's definitely worth a watch, but yeah, this house has people in it. Definitely worth it. All this is I see. Yeah, it's just it's my favorite kind of horror because like I really love surrealist horror that kind of like means more. It's like got like symbolism and like stuff going on beyond what you're just seeing visually. I think there's gonna be some really cool storytelling in that, which is part of why I like Silent Hill. Like, it's obviously got like some gross ass body horror, but like it's also this like really like surreal. It's like got like liminal horror to it. It's like very like psychological, like especially like Silent Hill 2. I feel like out of any of them is like very symbolic in a lot of like the locations and the monsters, the designs. Like it's all very like intentional. So it's cool. Oh, there is a pool here. How the heck? Where am I? Oh, I haven't even gone to that side of the room, that's why. Because I got scared off by the nurse. Okay, so let's go back through here. So I think we finished exploring this side of this stuff. What time is it? Okay, we got time. Now let's go to the other side and look at what other problems we can get into. I don't wanna. Who's there? Why do I hear something so close? Ah, fetch! Well, I deserve that. When are we going to the pool on your first playthrough? Yeah, I do. I remember there was a pool. I didn't realize I was in the hospital. But I guess I don't know where else it would have been at this point, huh? Oh, good. I don't like that. I don't know if I pay... I don't remember paying that close attention to like the sounds the nurses made previously. I hate the sounds the nurses make. Like, I'm not a big fan of, like, what they look like and how they behave either. But, like... Oh my gosh! Well, we both missed. Okay, we're attracting the attention of anything's okay. Killing a monster in peace. Speaking of nurse sounds, though, anybody else remember... Is it Silent Hill 4? Where, like, for no reason in particular, all of the nurses make, like, a gross belch sound every time you hit them? And, like, what am I... Oh, I'm posing. I was like, why did I stop moving? Oh, this is the burping nurses. Yeah, what was up with that? Like, I'm positive that, like... Whatever, like, the sound file that was, like, that they used, like, it was not labeled burp, for sure, like, I'm sure it was, like, labeled as, like, monster groan dot wave or something. But I feel like somebody must have been pranking. Like, someone on the dev team was, like, snuck it through by labeling it wrong. And I'm sure they just laughed their butt off when it shipped that way. They were probably so proud of themselves. I think I did this before where, like, I ignored that, and then I completely forgot about it last time. I'm not going to forget about it this time, except that I might forget about it, so don't let me forget about it. If I forget about it, it's now your fault, Tatoon. As head mod, Lala will not be held to blame, because Lala is perfect. So... Yo-ho! That's just a room. Tatoon says forget about what? Exactly. Thanks, Tatoon. Lost says SH4 had some interesting sound design for the monsters in general. That's true. Like, wasn't that the one with, like, the dogs had, like, the jaguar sound effect? Where they made, like, it was, like, definitely, like, a cat sound whenever you hit those. And there's something else that had, like, a crazy monkey. Like, it was just all over the place. Like, they clearly had, like, a very limited budget for like the sound foleying, and so they just like had to work with what they already had, I guess. This case bears a disturbing similarity to a situation that took place in the facility a few years back. The patient was admitted on a court order, but with the consent of his remaining family. His condition appeared to be improving for the first few weeks. The administered medications paired with individual sessions with a psychologist and art therapy alleviated his avolition, anhedonia, and social withdrawal. There was no reason for concern. They didn't even know anything was wrong until the night guard reported one of his keys was missing. When they found him, it was already too late. Alright. I'm sure that worked out, though. It was already too late because he let himself out of the hospital because he was all better. And they were just upset because they couldn't get to charge him a discharge fee because he left on his own accord. Keypad combination note. I needed that for something somewhere. Oh, for the box and the place. Yeah. We hate TVs. Almost as much as we hate that, whatever that is. Am I wasting ammo? Probably. Are we going to get to, like, the end of this game and I'm going to be, like, 6 bullets short of being able to kill Pyramid Head and lose the game? Absolutely. Will it be worth it? Debatable. Ooh, I'll take that. Okay. Where does this go? We're back over... Oh, it's over here. Okay. Cool, cool. Is that everything? It's real dark now. Okay, I guess we'll go off into the crack of terror. Oh, hate that. Oh, I remember that. Oh, I remember that so hard. Fetch. Huh! Who squeaked? Ah. Yeah, I need to get a piece of string, too. Another incident with 0050. He got out of the pool, made a break for the garden, cutting himself wide open in the process. Thank God I was still here. He was completely manic, screaming, had the orderlies hold him down. Barely managed to stitch him up. He's back in his room for now, sedated. There's a lot of blood on that entry. Unlucky. There's a bright orange thing right there that I want, but I guess it's not mine. God, I don't want to go out there. Oh. Wait. Oh, you don't even, like, properly, like, aim the gun. I just realized if you're, like, pressed up against something. That's really funny. I'm gonna let him come flopping into here so I can at least get rid of him before I have to go out there. I just, like, want one less problem. Because I know there's, like... there's, like, a ton of enemies out in the garden, if I remember right. If I can deal with, like, at least one less... That's awesome for Grayson. Because you know what? If Grayson deserves anything, he deserves peace. Because Grayson's a nice guy. We all know this. Grayson's awesome. I'm going in here. I think there's someone in here with me, isn't there? I knew it! I had a vague memory of being trapped in here with something. Bitch. I don't need to unlock that if I don't need to, so I'm not going to. Ooh, a box, you say. Small chest, you say. That looks like the kind of thing that could use an old key. I'm so angry. I assert my dominance. Also, you're doing great. Lol, yeah, the cougar roar. It is, you can't spell grace without a bunch of L's. No! Look at me! What James does there is what I do in real life to those who disagree with me. I shake my jagged machine at them and threaten violence. Also, I'm gonna combine this with a key. White Claudia! Oh, this stuff tastes great on a cracker. Anybody know what I'm doing with this stuff? White Claudia. This will make it alright for a special time, a special place. What the hell? What does that mean? Proud fragrance of life which flies toward the heart, O cup which brims with the whitest of wine. It is in thee that all begins. Crimson ceremony. That is weird. Rawr. I dare you to come in this room. The other thing is, like, I know there's mannequins out here, and the mannequins are, like, really good at hiding. Or maybe there's, like, at least one. Ah! Get got. No. There we go. Getting kind of wet out here. That's okay. It'll wash off the blood of mine enemies. I know for a fact at some point there's like a mannequin hiding under a bench. Maybe it's not until I come back through the area. In fact, it's right there. Get got, you mannequin. I knew there was one out here somewhere. Again, I want to say, like, if there were like 50 mannequins over the course of the whole game, I think 49 of them managed to successfully jump scare me during our previous playthrough of this game. And I am gonna do my darndest to not get scared quite as often if I can help it. I think we're doing alright. It's still got me once or twice or thrice or... What's... So you have once, twice, thrice... Force? And then fifes? And then sykes. Yeah, I guess that's how it works. I don't know. I'm still learning English. I heard Anakin instead of mannequin. I remember reminding me there's a kid kind named Anakin that goes to my kid's school, and that was a choice on his parents' part. Carson says, "Oh, spooky." Hi, Carson on the Twitch end. The group chat's not collectively collected tonight, but I appreciate you coming over to hang out on Twitch. How are you? I bet he hates sand. Well, they picked the right place to live in. I don't think the sand exists on the West Coast anywhere. Carson says, I am on Twitch yelling at clowns. Good job, Carson. I appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're having a lovely weekend. Now, how have you been? Well, you got little Kingman to sneak out. Exciting. Haven't seen little Kingman all stream. Kind of thought they forgot they were a mod or something. Slacking off. So angry. I think the problem is, like, if you pull out the chainsaw then you hold still for too long, James will begin to assert dominance. Okay, fine. Was it overkill? Oh my gosh! Ah, there's a bug! Okay, well. It's fine. We had a bit of a situation. Hatoon leaves! No! Hatoon, come back! Carson says hi-yo. Who making me read? The king? How dare you? I'm busy. Blah. Making me read stuff. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick soda break. Friendly reminder. As I choke on soda, if you're enjoying the stream and you're watching on YouTube, you should consider liking the stream, as it helps the stream to get suggested to more people who might also like the stream. And it's a great kindness that feeds my ego. And my ego is starving, let me tell you. I could really use it. He's not busy enough. You have 47 rows of chapters of it's all. We're on row 5. Like how's this? I'm gonna start reading one chapter of One Piece every night. So in theory, next week I'll have 7 more chapters read. And if I haven't read 7 more chapters, I'll agree to a Batsu. That's a punishment, by the way. I'll allow the chat and or my mods decide a punishment befitting a lazy guy who can't read 7 chapters of a manga in the course of a week. So I'll leave it wide open. You can choose whatever punishment you think is fitting. Whether it's like something I have to do, something I have to play, something I have to watch. Oh, that reminds me. Maybe next week I'll have it set up in time. But I'm building a gym. Like a little home gym, so maybe I can start doing like push-ups for punishment or something. I don't know. It's gonna be here in the office, just like on the other side of the room. I'll definitely get a photo of it once it's all set up, but it's gonna be so cool. It's gonna have dumbbells and a mat, and dumbbells. It's gonna be real advanced. But that means I never have to go to a gym again, because the public gyms are terrible. Bad people go to public gyms. Where am I going? I have string! Who distracted me and made me forget I had string? I have to combine them first. Gray always hopes that things brought upon by himself. You don't know. Remember you said you'd meet me at chapter 1175 next week? Hold on, Lala. I'm not going to agree to a punishment if I don't get to chapter 1175 in time. There's no way in heckies. I don't agree to that. You have to catch up on stream, says Lala, with at least the ones you were supposed to read. Cartoons, you have to drink a black coffee on stream. Lala says 1 black coffee for McDonald's. Okay, I am going to set a very real stipulation that you can't do anything that's against my religion. I declare religious immunity from things that'll get me sent to the darkest levels of heck. Hi there, nurse. What did I just get? I got a key for somewhere. I wasn't reading. Pool key! It's got an ear on it. It's kind of weird. Alright. We'll pretend that's normal. Unless there's no third hell for Gray. What an eerie case. Lala, you're banned. And you know why. And you know you deserve it. How dare you on my stream. With what was presumably a straight face. Say something so heinous. Just for the record, ain't no way a pool that full gets drained that fast. Like, I don't know how that works. Like, that's not even like a plumbing thing. That's just like pure unadulterated lack of logic. Get stabbed 1,000 times. I know the damage doesn't count though. Just dumb. Press R2 to break wall. I like that they specifically mention that because they know the player will never realize they need to do that. Get over here. That's actually really clever, by the way. They have like those 3 bodies in there that you think are going to come to life. And instead there's a completely different one that comes from out of left field that comes to attack you. Unfortunately, it made the mistake of trying to attack me. The Giga Chad. That is James Sunderland. Man, she died with her pipe straight up. It's hardcore. How does that work? You know, seeing this? That is the same pipe I have. Actually, that is the same exact pipe. Lazy developers. No, she will not drop that pipe. I respect it. She died with her pipe in her hand, doing the Lord's work. Where am I going? I just got a wristband. I still need... Let me see here. Oh, I haven't even gone that whole other way then. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of doors I haven't touched yet. Jeez, wait, what? Is that true? This whole direction? Okay, so I can't go that way. Because I got treatment room. Where do I need to go next? Combination lock. X-ray viewer. There's somewhere that's locked. Is it the treatment room? Because I did get that one note that shows me how to solve the code on the keypad. I think it's the treatment room. Probably. So I need to get up to the second floor. Where's that gonna be from here? Just straight ahead. I think everything's pretty well dead at the moment. Hopefully. Calls his friends who won't drink coffee to join us in the black pots. Look, I cannot do it, okay? I refuse to be... How do I get in there? Oh, the hydrotherapy room. Because that's like where the... That's like where they were like washing the one person and they hated it. And I think it's like full of mold or something. That's why we have the mold killer. Oh, that's that plan out of the way. There's like a combination lock somewhere that I got the note for. I don't think it's this combination lock. Is it? No, yeah, because that needs an actual like number. That's not what I have. Cause I have that thing that gave me like the squiggle of like the direction I need to like hit buttons for. Maybe I haven't like interacted with the thing. Oh, I forgot about all this stuff in the director's office. Well, I don't think I have what I need for the safe yet. Maria. I could go check on Maria. I haven't checked on her for a second. That might not be a bad idea. Something there. Got the pool pump. I'm not done with that. Nurses, doctors, trees. I love the way like he writes things down and then like he like scribbles off when he's like done with something. It's very like real. I appreciate that, you know. And I like the way like zooming in is like he's just like leaning his head down closer. I mean, it looks like I'm just like trying to see like if there's any like obvious spots like I haven't checked that I could check, you know? I was like scanning around for like any open doors that I haven't actually. Oh. It looks actually down by this by the cafeteria. There's a storage room I maybe didn't go into. I don't know if that door is actually open or if I just didn't try. That is like one thing is I might get down there, might be like a very obviously blocked door. But at least it's something I can go look at. It's down on the first floor. How's everyone doing? Having a good time? Do you love holes as much as James does? Do you wish somebody looked at you the way James looks at holes? Valentine's Day did just come by. I know a lot of people may be thinking that to themselves. Gosh dang, it's locked. Alright, so that's nothing. Let's see here. Actually, have I gone down to the basement recently? I don't think there's anything else I can do down there. That was pretty much everything that had. Let me check what key items I have. Maybe there's something I'm not thinking about. Got mold remover. Okay, cool. Got nutrition supplement and syringe. Highly effective. Extremely high attack power. No kidding, buddy. 3-foot long steel pipe, cold and smooth to touch. Yeah. Feels very familiar. I guess we did keep this, didn't we? Never thought about that. From the time we got to meet our friend Triangle Face. I'm trying to think like where else we need to go. I'm gonna go. I don't think I can, but I'm gonna go see if I can talk to Maria. Just on the off. Because I'm trying to remember. Like, this is about like where I got stuck last time I came here through too. Kind of annoying me getting stuck again because you'd think I would remember how to do, but I guess not. We are getting close to the end of the time, so I may actually. Oh, hey, I can talk to her. Okay.
Hey. Any luck finding Laura?
Not yet. How are you holding up?
I'll be okay. Just need a bit more rest.
Well.
James. Thanks for checking up on me. It's very sweet of you.
Yeah. Get some rest. I'll be back soon.
My Maria. Anyway, let me know if you guys come up with a botsu that I'm actually allowed to do that won't get me kicked out of my church. Who's in here that's alive? What does that sound? Ah! Well, this might be revealing. There was an enemy alive this way, so that's either something I didn't finish killing before. That might have just been something I didn't finish killing. That might not mean anything. Yeah, I think that didn't mean anything useful. spookalish. This door! This door has the keypad. Son of a... Ah! I found it. I mean, my catch-up to where you're supposed to be was serious. I'll even read along. Tell you what. Tell me what chapter you're on, and I'll read to there this... You'll read to there this week? No. I refuse to believe. I'm on chapter like 100 and something. I actually can't remember off the top. I think I passed chapter 200. I could look it up very easily. In fact... I broke it. Well, my handy-dandy manga reader... That is my tablet. I can tell you. The most recent chapter I read was... It says chapter 724, and I don't believe that. Is that true? No. I'm on chapter 724? Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, they're in the middle of fighting what's his Phoenix, Peacock. You know, Fruffle Dumpkin with his glasses. I've truly forgotten his name, I'm sorry. I know it's Lawless' favorite. Doflamingo. I knew there was an F in there somewhere. And it was a bird. I'm so sorry, Lala. I know he's your favorite. The best villain. Yeah, I'm chapter 700. I didn't realize. I really truly thought I was on chapter 200 and something. I don't know why. The idea that I'm on 724 is nuts. I've never read that many. Oh, I never read that much of anything ever. Bro, 200 is like Alabasta. I never emotionally made it past Alabasta, to be fair. They feed me garbage and rotting meat, crawling with maggots, thick with sinew. They make me bite down. The juice is red and yellow. Hit the back of my throat. I choke and I gag and I vomit till my throat is sore, an aching, throbbing tube of flesh. I push it all out, but I can still taste it. They bathe me in filth and blood and piss and bile. They gently rub human waste all over my body. My skin itches. It peels off like wet paper. I beg them to stop, but they don't listen. And then they lock me up. With him, he's always there, closer each time. And the rot, it comes with him. It goes within. It becomes me. That is definitely someone having some issues. But these things happen. I think, yes, that is over here, so. Oh, did you get stuck, buddy? All your friends left without you, man. Oh, a couple of them are all wigging out. I think it's like they know they're supposed to like get out of dodge, but they didn't for some reason. Alright, so now we got the radiograph. But I think we're actually... We're gonna call it here for today. Where am I going? I know where I'm going. I'm going to the save point. I'm smart. Everyone knows this. Everyone looks at me and they're like, that guy. If anyone here has a brain, he needs it. Okay, so... I think we're gonna call it there for today because we're getting pretty close to our cutoff time. And I don't want to risk getting caught up in stuff that takes us overtime because I do have to get up in the morning, unfortunately. Because I have a job and I have bills, I have a life, I have friends. I swear I do. But anyway, thanks everyone for joining. So yeah, maybe next week we're going to be reading One Piece, if I don't read One Piece. So I hope you like One Piece, and if you don't like One Piece, we're reading One Piece. So, congrats. So that's that plan. But thanks for hanging out tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, again, please like and subscribe, because that's pretty poggers when people do that. It inflates my ego, as it ought to. And I could give you a spiel about. I mean, I think it actually does help, but mostly it's my ego. So you know. And is there a more worthy cause than making Grayson feel awesome about himself? Anyway, thanks everyone for hanging out. Thank you to Lala and Carson and LaKing and Hatun, who might also be LaKing, and to everyone else who stopped in today. Well, this is so humble. Yeah, thanks everyone for who was chatting, who was just hanging out. It was real cool of you. I hope to see you next week as well. And, yeah, I think that's the plan. And then continue to look forward to the Resident Evil marathon that we'll be doing once we finish Silent Hill 2. We're going to be playing basically every single Resident Evil game, like more or less. So it's going to be great. We're going to be doing it for a while, probably, but it'll be fun. King says, not busy enough, you have 47 rows. No, whatever. That's an old message. Got distracted. Anyway, good night, everybody. Hope you have sweet dreams, and I hope you had a good week ahead of you. And thanks again for hanging out with me and James tonight. We appreciate you. Lala says, bye. So, all right, goodbye, everybody. Good night. Bye-bye. Sleep dreams. Sweet sleeps to you. Bye.